Lake of fire, dancing flames growing higher and higher. Echoes of legends, whispers of lore. At the heart of the wild, we're craving for more. Badlands, sweetlands, it's in the grip of the fortress, vehicle hands. Yearning for the thrills, it's in the tales of sorrow, etching the sand. Through the dust, through the night, ain't nobody could ride like Johnny the Knife.
Pretty sick song. It's a shame I'm starting to feel the allergies act up the second I started up stream. They were bad this morning, but you know, started feeling worse now. Yeah, I just noticed the artwork for the song Casual Savior. I assume it's the album. That one kind of sucks. Fire of Lake of Fire. Alright. Alright, so there's things to do, and I don't have things to wait on, I think. Hold on. Okay. Mute works now. That's cool. Yeah. It still sucks that, yeah, you can't just leave that playing. I wonder if we'll ever go up there. Probably not. Anyway, what's up? Nom's here. I have not done the main story, but that's why. Gosh dang it. Yeah, couldn't tell if the mute was working. Hold on. Haven't done main story yet, of course. I did hear they may have expected you to do agent story first, so it's what I'm doing. Gosh, it sucks. I hope my allergies ease up a bit. Okay. I did at least this first mission, but then I saw, yeah, they have little story segments, I guess. So I guess I'll do these after. I assume these are supposed to be done after. So, as an agent story, these are presumed to have done in the past, sometime off screen during time skips, I guess. So that's cool. I heard Fairy is being as useful as she was recently, which is not very at all. Which is in some ways fine. I think prior to 1.4, it really felt like the they're not twins. The siblings. I don't think they're twins. Faith and aren't really that impressive, because we were really reliant on Fairy for like the majority of what we do. It's hard to tell what they did before Fairy was a thing, and it sounds like Trigger's agent story might be about that, which is cool. Ugh. I hate allergies. I need to get medicine or something, man. It just sucks. But yeah. This is the time I have. I assume this will also take less than 2 hours. It feels like it could be a longer one, though, since it feels like they really went all out in making this one seem important, particularly. It is Anby, and as first agent we have to get a reskin or a new iteration. And she's the cover. She's the poster girl for the game. So, you know, maybe it makes extra sense for them to go maybe harder for her agent story. So it might be longer than usual. But I know I spent a lot of time on Harumasa's agent story. We'll see if I even have time. Hopefully it's not too bad. Which is funny, because I don't mind it being longer, especially if I think it's good. Heard nice things, which, I mean, doesn't mean too much to me. Because I could easily see my opinion differing very easily. But, so far the agent stories have been doing better than the main story. Oh, well, we'll see. I heard they're somewhat the main story assumed you would know about Anby's agent story, so that's what I'll be doing first. Trigger and Anby team up to investigate the whereabouts of Soldier 11. Right. And this is stuff we've already learned from the update stream. I feel like I mean to call it update video, but they do technically stream it. It's just not live when they do stream it. And it's premiered on YouTube, I think. So that's how you kind of know. But they do stream it on Twitch, so I still think I try to say update video because it's technically more accurate, but that's just a minor thing. I don't know why I'm mentioning it. Any thoughts before entering? The art looks rad, but that's really normal. I assume that's Soldier 11 in the bottom right, the only one wearing the goggles. And then Anby dead middle with her unique sword, or it could be someone else who she got the sword from. No. We saw in her teaser or her demo. I don't think demo, right? Forget what they call those ones. In YouTube. Just look it up real quickly. It was Anby's. Is it just not agent story? It might have been demo. Teaser. Yeah, teaser. The 2D animation for Anby. We see in that one she has those swords, I think. I'm not clicking on it again. Yeah. Oh, well, and we see it more clearly in her actual demo, because that one's 3D, the animation for fight scenes and stuff. We can also see Polka somehow got way more views. Well, glad I was able to do my Polka polls. Can't say, after Polka testing, yeah, she's, I'm pretty sure she's definitely better than Coletta, which is depressing. But also, she's very usable for Zhu Nicole teams. She's just not as good as Lucy, which is basically what I assume. I assume Polka to just not be as good as Lucy in pretty much any team aside from Anby specifically, which is a shame. I wanted her better. I wanted her S rank, but that's besides the point. Anby, though, not getting her, so it's nice to have this opportunity to play her out. I assume we'll be getting more of that in the story, and we'll be able to see more of her backstory. I'll see how they go about this. I'm interested to see what they do about, well, why it seems Soldier 11 sees her as a deserter. What she does in response to that knowledge. Just how she acts and how she treats her. Assuming they haven't been missing each other on 6th Street, despite occupying 6th Street quite often. And me, personally, seeing them at the same time together. I'm interested to see how they manage that. Makes me a bit worried. Somewhat. Interested to see, I guess the mission. And what makes them team up, get buddy, I guess. Back together, in a way. It's mostly that Soldier 11 thing. I'm still curious what she thinks of Anby and how she will treat her. Makes me somewhat worried for her characterization, but I'll still be very interested to just see more Soldier 11. Anby is here too. I might as well just get started. Searching the battlefield. Trigger and Anby team up to investigate the whereabouts of Soldier 11. Might as well. Yeah, not waste any more time. Almost wasted 10 minutes.
I just came back from Waterfall Soup.
Oh, what happened? Is General Chop doing okay?
What happened?
Okay,
Did something come up with General Chop?
No, nothing really. It might not even be a big deal. General Chop just mentioned that Soldier 11 hasn't come to eat noodles at the shop for quite some time. We haven't heard from her in a while either.
On a mission.
Maybe she's out on a mission?
Normal assumption.
On a mission? But even then, she'd still try to reply to messages from you.
Oh.
That's what she did before.
Yeah, that is what she does before. Maybe maybe small annoyance with her is that you can call her, and I think one of the messages is that you get her caught because of the message going off or something. Man, can't just keep it on silent.
This is starting to worry me now. If only her squad mates were with her.
A few days ago, Trigger visited Scott Outpost. So yeah, unknown to us, the players thus far, but from the sounds of her agent story, she's been known to the siblings' faith in for a long time now. So we'll get that story next in a few weeks, and I'll be probably using my own trigger, not probably using the trial trigger, but I'll be having trigger at that point, which is cool. Interested to see how she compares with some teams. If I'm not, gosh, sorry, allergies. Ugh. If I'm not mistaken, you're back to inquire about Soldier 11 again. When was the last time you got some shut-eye? They're closed right now. Don't worry, I'm fine. And I can't rest until I confirm her whereabouts. That's a good one. I like her already. Gosh dang it. Recently, she keeps getting redeployed, and I haven't been able to contact her, which is very unusual. We are colleagues after all, so I thought perhaps you might have some information. You're in luck. However, I want you to promise me something. Don't push yourself too hard, and get a good night's sleep, for her sake, if nothing else. Thanks. I'll do it for you too, Ray. I know you say that everyone, but fine, here goes. Someone who looks a lot like Soldier 11 was spotted in Hollow Zero. According to the eyewitness accounts, she was with some armed individuals who were not Defense Force personnel. I'll send you the precise coordinates. Are you heading out now, Trigger? Oh, yeah. Ooh, okay, cool. This is... Gosh dang it. Oh, these allergies suck. Oh, cool. I can pick the team. Cool, cool. Nice opportunity to try her out.
I am the Eye of Obel.
Oh, cool. And we can check her build. Ooh. Sure is a build. I mean, can you believe they make you pay for this W engine? Gosh dang it. Ah. Yeah, these stats suck. Wow. Yeah, just 50 out of 100 is better than just doing this much crit rate. You need like a 90% to max out the buff, if I recall. 40, and that's 50% to reach 75% days bonus. Not the biggest of deals, especially since this build is already using Shockstar. Though if you do get really high crit rate, you definitely don't need Shocks. I wouldn't say, I would say you probably don't need Shockstar since they're adding up on days, because it's more days dealt, which is still 20%, which is better since a lot of hers is her basic attack, since that's where her
I am the Eye of Obel.
that's where her aftershocks are, harmonizing shot and Tartarus. And so these would get the 20% boost, but let's see. This is just her stun damage multiplier. See, nice to see she has the full value, but this, yeah, 75% days increase. Yeah, that's not the biggest of deals. I mean, she certainly uses it better than Coletta, because Coletta has a large amount of her days. Its majority of it is in her defensive assist and EX special. Well, mostly EX special and her ultimate, but mostly EX special because her EX special raw does more days than her non-Ben ultimate. So, and that doesn't get boosted by Shockstar, so that's why you often don't use it. But over here, yeah, 75%. I mean, it would make it a 95% with the Shockstar if you had 90% crit on her. So that's why I don't think Shockstar will be too important on her. But I will assume her damage might go the way of Pulchra, which means kind of sucky. Which is kind of depressing. Mostly because I like Pulchra, so it would have been nice if Pulchra outdamaged her, but, you know, did worse stunning, did worse days. Oh, that's the same thing, but did worse worse buffing, which is already true, because 35% stun damage multiplier is insane compared to what Pulchra gives, which is if you get 100% damage boost already, inherently it's like a 15% damage DPS increase compared to this, which is just 35% damage increase, all DPS increase all the time, except for stuns, which is funny because since that value doesn't get increased during stun, it's technically a weaker increase to the stun damage, but you know, it doesn't matter. It just means, yeah, your DPS deal a lot more damage outside of stun, which is pretty cool. But also might mean Nicole might be buffing harder during stuns, which is funny. Yeah,
You want to test my
funny team.
hammer? Huh?
Might as well just try
Something the matter?
the GUN team, which would be
Let's
wait,
I am.
want a glass of nothing to fear.
wait.
The
Oh,
cunning
locked.
hours are
Okay, yeah,
here.
just.
I've got your back.
Oh, they were adding someone to the team. That's probably Anby, especially with where she's positioned. Might as well just add a
Officer,
buffer
what's
then.
Good day, Proxy. Ooh, we really harmonize.
Could just do yeah, this, which this build is because I may have been fighting. I did manage a 20, just barely, but did manage 20k on Pompeii with these three, which is funny. Anyway, but yeah, I'll just throw in
Is the concert starting?
her then.
Let's make
I
it
thought I had the
grand
option
entrance.
to add in two, but if they're probably going to throw in Anby automatically, so I'll just have Astra buff them up. Could be Soldier 11 too, which same deal. Yeah. It is interesting how people assumed Bubble Squad would be a big buff to. Yeah, I played the battle, so I know how it works.
We've arrived at the coordinates Ray provided. She's so kind.
She was very very curious about calling Ray kind. This is a funny team to have.
Suppressing fire.
Oh, that's funny. Wait, can I?
Vision activate.
Am I able to swap? Also, are they too far for me to like chain attack or something? It's hard to tell.
Fire support ready.
Catch the rhythm.
Suspicious ether
What the
fluctuations
heck
over
is
there.
that? Oh, it's gone. All right, that was a suspicious reading. This might be the stage people. But I wasn't able to add in. I wasn't able to try a second agent, so
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, that's weird.
That was easy. Ether vision activate.
Okay, so I was just too far away and just not hitting enemies. I was just worried I just wasn't able to crit. Yeah, so Astra does not allow for.
Recalibrating. You're feeling
Change
it.
is mine.
Time to pin them down. Suppressing fire.
All right, I'll take the mileage.
Fire support ready. Adjusting for wind. The target's exposed.
Oh, that's funny. She has like little jet thrusters I remember seeing on her hips or waist. Because she does just literally slide around.
Ether vision activate.
Let my strong move everyone.
Time to pin them down.
That is funny. Well, I think we might be getting to dialogue soon, but I do feel like I might want to turn down just a bit. I don't know if that. I don't know if that volume actually accounts for game. Bro.
I can't see how pathetic you are.
Oh, that's funny. I missed some of that dialogue, but Trigger subdues the enemy subdues and captures the enemy. I read that correctly. Don't hit me. You're the defense force, a soldier of the people. You can't just go dishing out vigilante justice, can you? I don't need to get my hands dirty. I just need to leave you in a place where no one can find you and remove your protective gear. It'll be corruption. It'll be the corruption here that takes your life. Fine, I'll tell you everything. You're looking for that woman, right? The one wearing a military uniform like yours with that intriguing face? That's a descriptor. The others already restrained her, and they took her that way. Is that so? Thank you for your cooperation. Trigger slams the butt of her gun hard against the enemy's mask. The fake soldier's wailing doesn't save him from being forcefully put to sleep. Sending him into a peaceful oblivion was an act of mercy. Oh, there he is, sleeping. I guess we're going that way.
Soldier 11?
Oh, Soldier 11.
Take out that sniper.
Yeah, I won't let you take her.
Holy crap, Astra chain attack.
Catch the rhythm.
Here we go, holy crap.
The enemy is ambushing. Ether vision activate.
Man, I really chose the agents of all time.
Catch the rhythm.
Ah, cool. Did you not have line of sight? I guess Astra might have line of sight issues, so can actually hit. Man, this is gameplay right here. I mean, I guess they're stun locked or something.
Take a shot. Increase firepower.
And that's the...
Boarding
Oh, cool. Oh, well.
Time to pin them down.
Catch the rhythm. Catch the rhythm.
Well, I guess I'll need to stun. Oh, wait, and she's gonna do something. I can...
The melody of combat.
Cool.
Lose yourself in the music. My
Oh no, I can double chain attack with that. Trigger, watch this that
Press the
insane tech.
advantage. Adjusting for wind.
all right, I'll take the mark.
The target's exposed. My bullets are one with the wind.
I assume she deals with way more damage if, you know, in actual teammates. Oh, that's interesting though. Is it stun locking? Maybe? Weaker enemies? That's interesting. Amidst all the etheric turbulence, Trigger catches sight of Soldier 11. However, something feels different. Soldier 11 is not acting like her usual self.
Soldier 11! No, damn it. You should have been no match for her. What did you do?
Ah, the blind sniper. So you actually can see.
Release her, or else you'll have my bullets to answer to.
Ooh. Her mask marks went red. I didn't know what else to call them.
Your friend is beyond help, Sniper. There's no stopping Silver's revival.
Uh-huh. Just as Trigger fires a shot, the enemy, vanishes into a fissure with Soldier 11 in his arms. Alright, sorry. That comma just threw me off. More enemies begin closing in, and by the time Trigger finishes dealing with them, the fissure has already closed.
Damn you.
What the heck does purple mean?
Silver's revival. What did he mean by that?
But she's a noble squatter, not a silver squatter, so she don't know yet, I guess. Presumably. Alright. Fair enough. Oh, sorry. Could have muted if I'm gonna grind my model against the desk. Man, she's reflective. It's me. Sorry. Could you help me relay a message to the captain when you have the time? Soldier 11 and I will both be using up all our leave, starting today. Are you going on that vacation together without me? I'm already racking my brains trying to figure out what I did to upset you. You know it's not like that. I know. Soldier 11. Haven't you found her yet? Yeah. Please don't tell the captain about this just yet. She's already got enough on her plate. Are you sure you don't need my help? A light, floaty voice. This could be another mobile squatter, but it could also just be, you know, military service personnel. I appreciate the offer, but it won't be necessary. I don't want to kick the hornet's nest. After all, Soldier 11's recent frequent redeployment are also on orders from the higher-ups. Nah. Then am I the kick or the hornet's nest? I want to be the hornet's nest. That way you'll think of me whenever you talk about hornets. Why would I ever talk about Never mind. There's something else too. What? There's more? I want to know. What does Silver's revival mean? Sounds like a new Astro Yao album. Yeah, alright. You're so sleep deprived that you lost your sense of humor. Silver's revival or whatever. Want me to ask about it on the internet? You're the best. Call me as soon as you have something. I will always miss hearing your sweet voice. Hey, yo. Oh, stop it, you. Save your sweet talk for someone who actually needs it. Now, Soldier Trigger, I order you to go get some rest. After a few days, Trigger receives a call from her companion. According to her reply, she has already reached out to the informant through internet. The contact information: a young woman on 6th Street holding a fried chicken burger. Patty? Yeah. Well, now I want to check the definition of a burger. Young woman holding a fried chicken burger. Hope I can recognize the smell of fried chicken burger. Oh. I hope I can recognize the smell of fried chicken burger. Oh. Anyone over here? Cat? Oh, come on, no talking to Chalky. I need to... Oh, the heck, he's out? Since when? Oh, wait, he has a... This is adorable. I can't use my camera, dang it. Wait, hold on. Ah, we can see her in the animation. I'll get this in a number of weeks. I'll get that and then filter to the trust events on time. Yeah, well, it's interesting to see. Oh. No, that it's also different from the texture on the ground. So yeah, that's floor. And he has a little doggy bed with a carrot, I guess, and something else. Yeah, just a generic wall. Cool, cool. Oh, and that's a button for right there. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, he is. Oh yeah, interesting. Well, he's out. That's disappointing, but it's interesting to actually get a look inside of his little newsstand. I assume these have no dialogue. No. I assume that guy was just generic dialogue. He looks familiar enough to be ran past by the siblings. Oh, come on. He's out too? Come on. How can you have done this? Alright, so nothing interesting around, I guess. I just go to Anby. A fried chicken burger. I guess she likes anything if it's in hamburger buns.
Hello.
Girl Without Burger. That's a great title.
Is it you? The one who contacted me on internet?
Yep.
Alright.
Huh?
Oh, the burger. Sorry, I was starving, so I already finished it. Thanks for coming to meet me. Long story short, we need to stop Silver from coming back. By the way, what was your name again?
I hadn't introduced myself. I'm still unsure if I can trust you.
Oh.
Yeah, Ruby Jackets is cool and all, but that's really clipping in. I don't remember the last time we saw Anby in a cutscene.
Don't take it personally. I'm always cautious with people I've just met, especially someone from internet who claims to have intel without any solid proof.
Yeah, I mean, it only makes sense, Anby. Her eyes went yellow.
But I have to admit, You do seem kind of familiar.
Now they're light pink. Oh, this is great, great. Like,
Even though I can't see your face, you somehow remind me of a friend. A friend who's in danger.
she's just like Soldier 11, and that's because Soldier 11 and Andy are.
They've taken her, haven't they?
Wait, how much do you actually know?
I'm just as clueless as you about what's happening. But you might have heard of me. I'm Anby, the former captain of Silver Company.
So, you're...
Yeah, that's me. I'm the one who died in Soldier 11's place. So you should get why I feel responsible for her.
Would you understand if I say I'm still not completely convinced?
No worries. I've dealt with even more skeptical people before. Trust isn't gained on words alone. So how about we meet inside the hollow?
Inside the hollow?
I'm not the best with words. Showing you through my actions might be more convincing. You
Okay.
just need to see me in battle.
Yeah, right. See. So you're that Anby. Sorry, I can't trust you yet. We've been over that. Then it looks like I must earn your trust. We've been over that. Let's meet in the hollow. Once you've seen my combat skills, you'll understand what I mean. Alright, it's a deal. Let's each head back and prepare. Okay. Oh, we swapping? Alright. Hey, can you... Oh, well. She likes burgers more than noodles, so I guess she ain't eating that. Ah, talk to the proxies. Alright. So that's the plan. Get the proxies involved, which makes sense. Oh, hey, I know these people. Anby, you still haven't gone back to the cutting hairs? Have I imposed too much? Sorry, I'll help out around the shop. Actually, please don't. Every time you sort videotapes, 18 has to go through and relabel them. Are you and Nicole having a fight? No, I would never fight with Nicole. It's just, I got caught up in a sticky situation, and I don't want to drag the cunning hairs into it. Oh, I see how it is. So dragging us into it is okay, just not them? That's not what I meant. I'll help out around the store, and I'll bring you burgers too. Anby. What? You can stay here as long as you want. If you need help, we'll always be there for you. I understand. Thank you. I'd like to rest for a bit. I have an appointment later that I need to keep. Get some rest. If Nicole comes knocking, I can stall her for a bit, but I can't keep it from her forever, you know. Okay, so we're not actually proxying up. Okay, that was part 1 of the story. Echoes of Silver. Alright, well that sure was 20 minutes. That's fine. Yeah, good to have it nice and short. Anyway, it looks like, yeah, excuse me, if people would know, it's, you know, people do tell people they trust, so, yeah, if, Soldier 11 has been part of Oboe Squad for a while now, which, I mean, based on how everyone looks, it's hard to tell how old everyone is or how many years they've actually been together, if even years. But presumably, if Soldier 11 trusts them, I guess it was fine for Anby to assume they would be up to date on their past. But without the context of Anby's character trailer, what's even meant to be implied by died in Soldier 11's place? I hope it doesn't take the knowledge of the trailer to understand that part of the story. I think that would be a bit cringe. I think it's fine to have, like, you know, the YouTube content to inform maybe about characters a bit, maybe better exemplify who they are, but, and, you know, lore about the world even, just, you know, nothing that can't also be gained from the game itself, even if it's given differently. So I hope that aspect is, you know, actually talked about. Symbols are interesting. It's hard to know what they are. could just be generic, something a bit more, not generic, but symbolic rather than words or anything. Because I mean, I don't know, it kind of looks like letter N's or letter H's. H is here at the same time. Oh, it looks like it's the same shape, and then a ball going through it. I presume the ball will be in the bottom right now at the end. Don't know if it's supposed to look like characters. That wouldn't look like an English character. So, would be impossible for me to deduce anything from how these look. But is it just kind of interesting? Yeah, not much for part 1 of Echoes of Silver. It's fine. So I guess next up we'll be going past and present. Someone is trying to revive Silver Company, and Anby decides to put a stop to it. Sure. Keep it going. A short while later... Oh, fair enough. Anby, are you going out? Yeah, and is there anything you'd like me to bring back? Juice, burgers, milk, burgers, or anything? I might pass by a store on the way back from the Hollow. Off to the Hollows again, just like that. I made an agreement with someone. Rest assured, I've already prepared the carrot. I won't need to bother you this time, Proxy. We don't need milk or burgers. We just want you to return safe and sound. Don't worry, I will. In that case, I'll be off. I like that little fade to black, from black back to fade to black as it loads up the load screen. Loaded up the load screen too quickly or too slowly for the first fade to black, I guess, or something like that. Whatever. Not much. But yeah, Soldier 11's captured. She's acting different, maybe. This is the justification for her changing voice actress. Maybe. I have noticed that, because I did try a Pompeii fight, or Pompeii clear with Soldier 11. I think I may have failed, which is funny because the triple support team succeeded, but, you know. Yeah, you really notice the difference in performance for certain lines, which is a bit rough, especially when you've grown used to, you know, the older lines since the beginning of the game. But, you know, the actress is on strike or something, or isn't renewing the contract for whatever reason. Yeah, you'll need to be able to free stuff. You need to get someone to voice them if they're going to be a major character in the story. You're very punctual. Back then, I used to make soldiers who were late do push-ups. Soldier 11 is the same. As long as I've known her, she's never missed an appointment, nor has she ever been out of contact. We'll find her, Trigger. Can I call you Trigger? Please do. I don't have any nicer sounding names. This time, leave the fighting to me. All you need to do is carefully observe my movements. Don't worry, I'll cover you. When I deem it necessary. When I deem it necessary? That's a full sentence? No, it isn't.
Let me take a good look at your movements.
Actually, that might be a full sentence, but it doesn't make sense. Oh, cool. Oh, I was trying to build up stacks.
Ether vision activate.
Oh, that was the auto dodge. Wow. Oh, really? I'm surprised. I'm surprised that hit me.
Adjusting for wind.
Roger.
Oh, that didn't do it. Let's see. Interesting. I wonder what's needed. Yeah, because then it gave me the quick assist.
The enemy is too weak. I won't be able to show you my full combat abilities.
Yeah, I didn't give the quick assist, even though you can't just do it for a short time to get
me as
quick
the type
assist.
of person who'd say something like that.
Good stuff.
Be gone!
You're in my sights. Support in position.
It's nice of them to give us some enemies to fight with two
I see now.
stunners.
There's no mistaking it. You really are that Anby. A person's fighting style is a raw response in life and death situations. It can't be easily faked like a resume or some other physical token.
It's pronounced resume.
You and Soldier 11, the way you fight and use ether, it's nearly identical. Incredible. You're...
Use either. I think that makes sense, but I guess we haven't had too much direct lore on specifically how people fight in the Hollows, you know. That's probably notable since the agents do insane things when you play as them.
We're sisters. Assuming that sisters means replicas from the same blueprint, that is.
Okay, well, that tells you who they are very succinctly in game.
So the rumors circulating in the military about Silver Company, they're really true?
How much have you heard?
Only that Silver Company no longer exists. But biologically creating soldiers in mass quantities, how could that even be possible?
From what I know, besides intelligent constructs, everyone is born biologically. Delivered by storks, so they say.
True. I was told I was a very heavy bag for the stork.
So, making one isn't much different from making 100.
That makes sense. Once you make a person the one time.
Was that supposed to be a joke?
Yeah, my jokes never really hit the mark. Sorry about that.
Hey, I laughed.
So, making one isn't much different from making 100.
See, I found that funny.
No, I'm the one who should be saying sorry. I was just astonished. I never thought the military had this level of technology.
She's very light pink about that revelation.
If they could mass produce soldiers, then why would they still...
I understand. If they could use replicas as cannon fodder, then why still risk human lives? That's what you're thinking, right?
I was trying to say it in a more diplomatic way.
It's okay. I won't take offense. Not over this. They'd probably say the reason is because replicas are simply too expensive.
They just killed them off?
While a Silver Company soldier could change the game, it costs nearly as much as training a top-tier general and paying their fees and pension for their family. The real cost isn't in creating the mind or body, but in replicating the subject's unique physical abilities, mental aptitude, and reflexes. And what's even more costly is that, for reasons that were not fully understood when the research was halted, these unique qualities couldn't be fully replicated in mass production. As for the inferior ones, they were deemed as disposable.
I mean, they could have still been cannon fodder.
Anby, that's not what I meant.
Yeah, I'm sure you didn't. But there's always someone who does mean that. There's always someone with an agenda, trying to use us. Maybe that's why Silver Company fell.
Maybe, I guess. Yeah, inferior ones are disposable. Sure you didn't. Yeah.
I won't forgive those people. Any of them. However, the downfall itself isn't entirely a bad thing. With Silver Company
True.
gone, their evil technology was lost with it.
I mean, that's probably not true.
Or so I thought. Until now.
I mean, it's a bad assumption. I mean, they shut down the program. They still have the technology, surely.
Silver's revival. So you're saying someone has resurrected that technology?
Yeah.
Soldier 11's abduction seems linked to this. I have to admit, your theory has some merit. But as far as I know, all the data from that time was erased. Could it be the Defense Force?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you would assume that data would just be erased. It's military.
Hold on.
What do you mean erased?
Something doesn't add up.
What are you thinking about?
If they truly wanted to secretly revive this technology, they wouldn't need to take Soldier 11 at all.
True.
I know my squad mate. All it would take is an order from up top, and she'd put herself on the operating table without a peep.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Really? So, that's how she is now.
Oh yeah, disappointed she's not more independent or doing things for herself.
She's the model example of a loyal soldier. Isn't that how you remember Soldier 11?
No, I never knew a Soldier 11 in the past. Only...
Oh, come on.
How could this be happening? There shouldn't be so many ethereals here.
Are they being attacked? Whatever. Ah, dang. We were gonna get Soldier 11's name.
I recognize this formation. We once used it to battle ethereals.
What?
It's another legacy of Silver Company. Back then, we had a brilliant sister who excelled in strategy over combat. Let's handle this. The person we're after must be behind it. TWCA Type 3.
Is that the name of that formation? Recalibrating. You're cornered.
Thunder!
Yeah. Alright, well. Sorry, focusing on the actual combat. Unfortunately, you know, I can button mash with Anby. It's a low level mob, so it doesn't matter. Like, she only technically has attacks that you can time, but I don't need to actually time it.
Increase firepower.
I think I will turn down the music a bit. I want to hear the voices, but the, you know, the sound in combat feels a bit loud.
This feels familiar. I don't like it.
Not one for nostalgia? I'm starting to understand you more now. Adjusting for wind. Can't catch me.
At your command.
Yeah.
I'll pierce right through.
Oh yeah, right. That's harmonizing Tartarus. Harmonizing shot Tartarus. Talking it off of using ultimate. Using ultimate for EX special.
My bullets are one with the wind. Time to pin them down. I'll pierce right through.
Thunder!
Supporting position.
Thunder! Warning.
Time to pin them down. Show no mercy.
Cool. I guess she has that effect every time you use an EX special or ultimate.
Ether vision activate.
What the heck? Is this stunned? I couldn't tell if it was stunned, so that's surprising. No, not a real animation. Who could that be?
Anby, what is that?
That's the old Silver Squad uniform.
Yes? No.
I see. Let's give chase.
Was that it? No, that was just making sure I don't miss the chest. I don't want to miss it on my free money. Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, I'm still waiting and seeing how it's playing out before making too much more comments about it. Inside a lab, tucked away in a building somewhere.
As expected of Captain, her skills, they're still as sharp as ever.
Okay.
Truly remarkable. I feel honored just being her defect. Silver Squad can't be without its captain.
Man, they sucked at disposing these clones.
Ouch. Give me some meds, eh?
One-eyed girl. Girl A.
You're the worst of any defect. I know you can't talk, but is there something wrong with your nerves, too? Be gentle.
Oh. I see, I already like A more.
Seriously, I have fewer and fewer parts of my original body, and yet I feel more and more pain. I'm curious why that is.
I don't know, maybe parts of you that aren't, you know, your original still feel pain, and that doesn't change just because you swapped some other parts off.
But you wouldn't understand such a complex question, would you? Because you're an idiot.
True. Call her a dummy. Yeah, look at her moping.
Enough. Stop making that miserable noise. Now, about our subject.
The heck? Why the heck is she called Twiggy now? Yeah, she just suddenly called Twiggy.
She's still alive, right?
Why is she called Twiggy? Who the heck would have named her Twiggy?
There you are. So, they call you Soldier 11 now, right? What a hideous name.
I don't know. I think Soldier 11 is pretty cool. Man, they really chose an angle for this artwork.
But looking at you now, you do have a pretty face. Pretty and pitiful. This face is the only thing we have left in common. Aside from that, I'm nothing like you. I've lost all my limbs. I'm no longer a complete member of Silver Squad.
Oh, much a shame, I guess.
And I need a complete body for the experiment. Which is why I need you.
I'm glad she's telling this to the unconscious Soldier 11 for us, the audience.
What? You're asking me what happened?
She didn't.
But you should know what happened that day. It was the day you weren't there.
Okay. I don't think she asked what happened.
Captain Anby traded herself for you. Even with her incredible strength, she could only save one of us.
Oh, at least they're explaining the trailer. Not my favorite way to give this information. She's expositing to an unconscious individual. Like a villain, but anyway. Well, villains usually wait for the people to be awake, but you know.
But why did it have to be you? Why not me? Why not Twiggy? Tell me why!
Why the heck is her name Twiggy? I kind of feel bad for her, mostly because her name is Twiggy. How did she get that name? What did she say about Soldier 11? What a hideous name, Twiggy. Okay. But yeah, no, seriously. Yeah, not 11. You know, nice, sad music. Oh, you know, it's very sad what happened to her and all. My favorite way to get out this information. I don't know. Generally just have Soldier 11 be conscious or something.
They were all dead. Heaps and heaps of corpses crushing me.
Oh, that's so sad.
When they found me, my limbs were severely corrupted. I couldn't move. I couldn't fight back. I used to be a soldier, ready to defend this city. But that day, I was... Hey, what do you think you're doing? You startled me.
Yeah, she's monologuing. Come on, girl A. Why'd they make her gasp like that if she can't speak?
All right, fine. You're just here to remind me, right? They're here to pick up today's shipment. I'll go handle it. After that, I'll come back and tell you the rest of today's story.
Meanwhile, outside the lab, Anby and Trigger press their ears against the frosty steel doors, listening closely for any sounds inside.
It seems Soldier 11 is being held captive here. So what's the plan?
The plan?
What do you mean? The plan? Ellipses question mark.
Shh. Let's discuss it over there.
What do you mean you need to be shushed? Were you or weren't you a soldier? Anby, what's the current plan? It's very simple. I don't even need a map to explain it, like they do in the movies. Infiltrate the place and rescue Soldier 11. Go on, I'm listening. That's it. That's the whole plan? Yep. Please provide support from outside. This is something I have to settle alone. If anyone can do it, it's me. Is this how Silver Squad always operates? I'm the captain. And so that's how it's always been done. However, back then, there was usually a backup plan. Twiggy was always in charge of the backup plan. Her name was Twiggy back then, too. Oh, that's terrible. Twiggy, if I'm not mistaken, she's the enemy we're facing now, right? I don't know why she's become like this. Sorry, that was more of an... I don't know why she's become like this. I guess she's... I don't know. Felt like it could be the first thought, but no, it sounds like she's just saying her one whole sentence. Her backup plans. What's her style? Oh, sorry, there's the other person. First, feign weakness before turning the tables with unorthodox tactics. For her, no cost is too great to regain the upper hand. That does sound like a proper backup plan. After all, it's a plan that would only be utilized when every other option has been exhausted. I'll keep in contact with you through the headset. Don't try to be a hero, Anby. If anything happens to you, you won't be able to save Soldier 11 on your own, right? I understand, and I'll be careful. I was going to try to be supportive, but since you don't need it, never mind. Anby sneaks into the lab through unguarded air duct. The metal ducts are freezing cold, stinging her skin.
This place is cold.
I sense the frigid air from outside. It carries a strange scent, too.
Why does she do that, though? Did they all watch movies?
Someone's entering. Are you hidden?
Don't worry. It's dark here, and the machines are pretty noisy. They won't detect me.
Soldier 11. Wakey, wakey. That's odd. I know I've taken quite a few samples from you and injected some meds, but you'll tough it out, won't you? Do you enjoy being pampered? Because you're the youngest sister? Oh, that won't do. Get up and play with me.
So surely Soldier 11 means there's only 12 of them, right? Also, I missed that last part.
Soldier 11. Wakey, wakey. That's odd. I know I've taken quite a few samples from you and injected some meds, but you'll tough it out, won't you? Won't you?
Okay, I thought there was more to that I missed. I thought I heard something. Oh, she has all these medicine put into her, so now she sounds different.
Good.
I get it.
That's my girl. Now, let's continue our story. Where was I?
What story? She'll say groggily because she wasn't conscious for the start of the story.
Ah, yes. About how some kind scavengers found me without limbs. Such kind-hearted folks. They sold me. And unfortunately, my ignorant new owner couldn't see any use for a limbless worm like me. So I was sold off again. I was treated like merchandise on the black market. Sold alongside gangster stuff and modded bamboo.
I do like listening closely in on the voice and hearing, like, you know, the second layer of voice. I think it sounds like it's multiple voices rather than just some editing.
That's when I realized we Silver Company soldiers weren't any different from bamboo. Just made of flesh and blood. The only real distinction is we feel more pain
Oh, that's a shame. So, like, how didn't you die from losing all your limbs? If you're made from flesh and blood? Man, they really... I mean, Anby already really sucked at taking her own life with a sword to a neck. So, I mean, they're clearly made out of something very hardy. So...
And that's when I met her.
Girl A?
She bought me as a trophy girl.
Oh, is that Sarah?
Cut me open
That's not
and
Sarah.
operated on me, checking my internal organs by hand. Anesthesia doesn't work on us. You know that, right? So it hurt. It hurt like hell.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, you know, for this woman, at least she didn't need to use the arm or leg straps. You can see at the bottom there.
Then, out of the blue, she smiled at me. Looking back now, I think she must have noticed something unusual about my body. She told me that she was once a military doctor, but was discharged, and now worked as a rogue doctor. She was familiar with everything about Silver Company, and was willing to help me.
Now, it's very clearly not the same person from the trailer, but it would be very funny if somehow she was supposed to be. But no, she heard about it, so yeah, she's not. And Twiggy here would know that's who that is, so no. There's someone else who worked on it, or not worked, but heard about it. The judge and worked as a rogue doctor, familiar with everything. I don't know, sounds like she could have worked in it. Or about to hear more.
I underwent surgery and
actually
received
heard.
mechanical prosthetics. Nothing too fancy. I don't think I'll ever use them for combat, but they serve their purpose, helping me stand and do calculations.
Oh, cool. How nice of her.
My true value lies in my memory. You see, my brain is the only thing that has remained intact. Thus, I remember everything.
Oh.
I remember our home and the time spent with our sisters. I remember that as long as we fought alongside our captain, we were considered the most powerful fighting force.
Yeah, but now the captain wants all the field time on her own, so I guess she was kind of carrying.
I remember assisting in their research and using my own 2 hands to welcome new sisters into this world.
Aw, that's nice of her.
That rogue doctor used her connections to get me some incomplete research data. Using my fragmented memories combined with that data, I was able to piece things together. And now, I've nearly revived the technology of Silver Company.
Okay. So she making her own army of clones? Or is that her intent?
Fortunately, I've remembered. I've survived and can recall our past. And now, reforming Silver Squad is my mission.
Alright, I guess, fair enough.
Because
Maybe.
this is my home. Our home. So, do you like my plan, Captain Anby?
Gasp, she knew
When
I was
did you
here.
notice me?
Oh, but she's still the villain's henchman. So that's her role,
My
I guess.
little puppy spotted you a while ago, and I instructed her to raise the alarm.
Who do we get to fight in here now? In wherever this is?
You know, Captain, I'm actually glad you're here. I've been thinking that we need to talk.
Give her back, and then we'll talk.
If you want her, come get her yourself.
Anby rushes out of the lab and reunites with Trigger.
Trigger!
Thanks, that was my controller.
Say no more. I've got it.
That almost got hit.
Target locked.
Hey!
Fire support ready. Get behind me. The melody of combat.
At least there's some, range.
Adjusting for wind.
Man, this is super weak.
Cornered.
They're exposed.
I kind of don't want a boss fight if I'm just gonna end up being using these two only.
Everything.
Fire support ready.
Oh dang! Here's the boss fight.
Time to pin them down.
I'm sorry that neither hit nor
Sniper's Creed. One shot,
the
one kill.
freaking drift on my controller. That sucks, man.
Supporting position. The target's weary. Ether vision activate.
Eliminating
I'm not sure what how many shots it takes to trigger a quick assist from her.
Show no mercy.
That is interesting. I noticed.
Time to pin them down.
But yeah, I noticed this combo.
You're in my sight.
Yeah, I think it's timing the EX special after the third hit gives her like,
Recalibrating.
okay, fine, stop me.
That's the Captain Anby I know. Cleaning your knives with the filthy blood of this scum suits you.
All right, thank you, dialogue.
Don't give me that, idiot. Now you're worried about whose side I'm on? Our side, of course. I created you so you never saw Captain Anby in her prime. After everything I've been through, I thought I would have forgotten. But I still remember. So, have you ditched the uniform, Captain?
Twiggy.
I'd keep it as pajamas if I were you. It's nice to reminisce about the days of glory and agony, isn't it?
I never knew you were still alive, Twiggy.
Yeah, I was always the worst at fighting, but I survived. It's only natural for you not to expect that, Captain.
You're not as terrible a fighter as you think. Your sharp mind makes up for it.
Yes, you said something similar before. I'll never forget that. You persuaded them to keep me, and you encouraged me to acknowledge my true value. You're right. I am valuable. I understand that all too well now. Trash may perish easily, but not me. I'm valuable. Precious even. There's always someone who sees value in me. Just like you did before.
Yeah, wondering how much you know of that. There's always value in her. It went through the head of being ego. Helped create this, on top of everything else that happened to her.
Sometimes I wonder if I were just an ordinary citizen in New Eridu and not part of Silver Squad, maybe I could have become a researcher at the White Star Institute, studying deep topics like 3 forms of etheric manifestation in specific hollows.
Man, what a nerd. I care a lot less about her now.
Sure, I might be
Kidding,
sharp, but there are different kinds of smart. Growing up in Silver Squad, I had no street smarts. Competing for profit, seeing through lies, and striving for a better life with limited resources.
Sounds like she's getting off better than Anby. Presumably less debt.
These I had to learn the hard way, year after year.
Okay, so my question earlier, it's been years.
You've been through a lot. Is that why you're doing this now?
So presumably they want us to believe these characters are like supposedly in their 20s. Nicole particularly. Mid-20s maybe?
I don't need a reason. At least not one to convince you. The only person I've needed to convince is my backer.
Oh, huh?
You know better than anyone. Silver Company was an evil undertaking. That technology should never resurface.
Evil? Are you suggesting that you, I, and our sisters were all evil?
Yes.
We are evil incarnate.
Okay, she really does think that.
So, we should all just be destroyed?
No, but we should not continue in our evil.
Interesting.
Oh, I see. That's very enlightening, Captain.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a very interesting perspective, surely. Sure.
We should be eating burgers, watching movies, working a job, and going on dates.
True.
Instead of being maimed, sold, tortured, and struggling to survive.
Yeah, I mean, well, if it's binary, yeah, definitely try to do the top ones and not the bottom four.
You know I care for you, Captain Anby. Whatever you do, I won't hold it against you. But that doesn't mean you can stand here and say these things so lightly to my face.
Fair.
You know where I am, don't you?
And by that you mean?
You know where I live, what burgers I like, what movies I watch, and who I spend time with. Since you know, you're welcome to visit me anytime, Twiggy.
Oh, how cute.
I'm your captain. I'll personally deliver the punishment you deserve, and then seek redemption with you together.
Captain.
We can still make things right before you make a greater mistake.
Ooh. Sneeze almost came back. Ooh, wow. There's a space between those two separate 3 dots.
Fortunately, I found you before things got any worse. I have so much to tell you, but maybe another time. For now, we should...
The conversation is interrupted. Anby is stunned to see a body tossed in front of her. It's Soldier 11. She's pale, but there are still signs of life in her, and she's breathing faintly.
All right, I'm returning your favorite girl. Now we're even, Anby.
Twiggy?
I said we're even. From now on, you can stop acting like a captain and save this foolish talk.
Twiggy kicks the limp Soldier 11 on the ground. Anby quickly lifts her up and hands her to Trigger.
Soldier 11! Wake up, Soldier 11! Anby, she doesn't look good. We need to get out of this hollow ASAP.
What do you mean she doesn't look?
I see how it is. Twiggy, I'll be back. I won't just abandon you.
You sicken me. Like I said, just save the foolish talk. I can't stand to hear that kind of mush from someone who looks exactly like me.
It's not mush. Let's go, Trigger.
Dang it. The controller.
It's not mush. And I hope you'll get used to it.
Cute. Alright. Twiggy stands and watches Anby leaves.
Hey, go contact you-know-who. Ugh, cut the crap! You think I don't realize
heck?
I shouldn't cut the middleman and contact the client directly? But look at the mess we're in! The junk she's brought won't fix this.
What the heck? Hey, hold on.
Ugh, cut the crap! You think
Heck?
I don't realize I shouldn't cut the middleman and contact the client directly? But look at the mess we're in! The junk she's brought won't fix this.
That's an interesting choice. I guess he was swearing at her. Poor girl A.
Our best shot is exploiting Anby's inner weakness. She's let go of her most lethal weapon,
her daring and ruthless fighting style. Now she's like a hired gun with a family to feed, focused on surviving to get the paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
I can handle her if we exploit that. But I need to keep everything in check, or else all my efforts so far will have been...
They have the exact same tear in their top. No, not like the bite taken out of Twiggy's, but just the middle two stripes or electric marks born into them. Like the exact same, which I guess makes enough sense.
You've been diligent, little Twiggy.
Stop calling me that!
Your name is Twiggy.
As you know, your research is crucial. You're just like me. We're here to foster hope. Our work is the only cause worth fighting for in this world. Of course, I understand. Sometimes, when hope is scarce, certain issues can only be resolved with sheer violence.
What the heck is this guy?
The stuff I mentioned last time is ready. Send some of your people to retrieve it. It's not exactly new Eridu tech, so use it carefully.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I guess that was it. Unknown individual backing her. Maybe the main reason she's getting into reviving Silver Squad, I guess. No bad. Sorry. Or Soldier 11. So about what I said earlier. Anby, are you okay? It's fine. I understand if you don't feel like talking right now. How is Soldier 11's condition? The answer will only make you feel worse. She still hasn't regained consciousness. As she requested, I left her at Random Play video store. The kind siblings working there are taking care of her as we speak. It's been so long, but the shop has barely changed. Now's not the time for about that. You must be anxious to see her. Come with me. Anby follows Trigger to the video store, so about me wanting to see Soldier 11, more of Soldier 11. We're at the end of part 2 of the story. Anby, you're back. Looks like whatever you got mixed up in this time was pretty serious. Anything you want to know? Soldier 11, how is her condition? Stable. That's all I can say. Are you a doctor? Her body temperature, heart rate, and pulse are all remaining stable. Honestly, given her current state, that's actually quite abnormal. Moreover, she hasn't regained consciousness. Would you like to see her? Hey, Soldier 11. What is the lag? Okay, wow, really less lag looking at the ceiling, I think. Alright. Hey, Soldier 11. Oh, they gave her a unique animation just for this one moment, I think. There you go. Sleeping Soldier 11. The only time it'll happen, presumably. Anby approaches Soldier 11 and softly calls out a name. Looks like it didn't work. Anby lowers her hand sadly and prepares to leave. Thanks for keeping mysterious and stuff.
What is this place? And who am I?
You're awake, Harin.
Karim?
Great, you're awake. I've been worried about you, Soldier 11.
Soldier 11? Is that my name? It sounds odd and could easily get confused with another number like Soldier 161051. Only a fool would call herself that.
I can see you're doing much better now, but I won't let you talk about yourself like that.
Yeah. I know, I definitely said something, but I forgot to unmute from blowing my nose.
Her memories seem jumbled. The injuries might be more serious than they appear. When a Silver Company replica is severely wounded, their memories are often the first thing to fail.
Ah, okay.
Even me, all those years ago, There was a time when I couldn't remember anything.
Oh, that's a shame.
Is that so? Then what about your combat skills? Were they affected?
Obviously. That's why she was the best.
Would the defense force abandon her if she couldn't fight anymore?
Yeah.
Well, I know we wouldn't do that.
Oh, yeah, but are you the defense force defending the city of New Eridu?
Proxy.
I know, it was a very kind thing of me, the player character, to say.
Yeah, having one more mouth to feed won't hurt. It's nothing compared to our monthly electricity bill.
Yes, thank you, Fairy.
Plus, our little black cat needs another playmate. He's already getting bored of us.
Wait, have Inky at this point? Wait, huh? Oh, this assumes you have Inky. I wonder if that's a prerequisite, but I assume it's not, but you can't possibly not have Inky at this point.
You know how short-handed we are, right, Charon? Oops, I mean Trigger.
Oh, her name is Karen. I mean, Charon. You know, it's a much cooler way of saying the name.
Charon?
There you go, trying to be funny again. Guess that's your unique charm, manager. Jokes aside, I can't vouch for the defense force, but I can promise that Oval Squad won't abandon her.
I already forgot. Her name was Harim, right? Anby, Harim, whatever these names could mean. Oh, but Charon. I know that reference. I've played Hades before.
I see. Well, we know how resilient she is, so we're confident she'll bounce back.
I will say, though, they did the thing where, oh, are you okay? Oops, I mean, which I think they've already done like several times with the proxies. Hey, proxy, manager. Not all the times they say proxy, and they probably shouldn't because we're in the middle of the street in New Eridu. Especially in Lumina Square, which is right next to the precinct.
It seems you and Soldier 11 go way back, Anby. Could you share more about her? And maybe how we can help her recover faster? We're here to help. Are you sure it won't be too much trouble for you?
She's our friend, man. She's like one of several people who will confide in us, except she's actually the one who won't, which is very nice of her.
Don't worry. Nicole's caused a lot more trouble for us. Besides, Soldier 11 is our friend too.
I see. In that case, what she needs now is nothing too out of the ordinary. Warmth, comfort, safety, and relaxation. Also, some familiar faces, as well as her favorite foods. Ah, right. I should get her some burgers for an energy boost. I'll be right back.
All right, make sure it's spicy.
Not so fast, Anby. Burgers aren't exactly Soldier 11's favorite. Oh, they're not? What does she like then?
She doesn't like burgers? Oh, that light's good
It
going
seems
out.
Trigger already left to get it.
Yep.
You'll probably find her near Waterfall Soup. By the way, General Chop is concerned about Soldier 11 as well. Be sure to let him know that she's improving.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't worry. She's in good hands with us here.
Improving about what? That was pretty good. As soon as I load in to leave, that guy does his little fall animation, I guess. Like, not automatically, I guess, but you just happen to time it, maybe, or it's just loading in the area, and he starts off doing that animation. That was really funny to me. Just, alright, leave it, and just face plant. The Bing Boo 6 face plants. Alright. Dog is so loud, that's so sad. Who the heck are you, man? You're like the only other guy on 6th Street. Oh yeah, same guy. Right. Who am I talking to? Oh, it's you, Anby. It's unusual for you to come get ramen at this hour. What flavor will it be today? Hamburger rice bowl with dumpling ramen combo. Please give me a hamburger rice bowl with dumplings ramen combo to go. You may look like Anby, but you're spouting devilish nonsense. I don't sell anything like that here. Very well. In that case, just a simple hamburger ramen will do. I don't sell that either. You know what? I'll just make you your usual order, okay? Anby takes a takeout ramen from General Chop. The noodles are still steaming hot. General Chop, please rest assured, she is safe now. Safe and sound. Oh, wait. This she you're talking about, is it the young lady who somewhat resembles me? Ah, so it is her. She's safe. That's a relief. Such a relief. Anby, please tell her that she's the reason my shop is always open late at night. No pressure or rush. She can just come after finishing up her work. General Chop will be here. I will. Thank you. Aha! Hearing great news like that. Today's ramen is on the house. Be sure to pass on my message. Oh, cool. You redo? Cool, cool. Go to mackerel. You know, I added this ramen dish to the menu because you're a customer who was particularly passionate over mackerel, who just kept requesting it over and over. Wait. A customer in particular. You know, because of the prejudice of this game, that's either Nekomata or Pulchra. It's probably Nekomata. But maybe he would know. No, Nekomata might still be new. Not usual here, unlike the rest of us, maybe. His thumb's clipping through his noodles. Free game, by the way. Cheap, routine, and plenty of carbs. Some people come here really for precisely those reasons. Cool. Alright, one more. Come on, what's the last one? 3 to 30 times ultra spicy ramen. A 3 to 30 times ultra spicy ramen to go. Now that's a surprise. I didn't think you'd order that. I just added that to the menu today. All because I remembered a customer who hasn't showed up in a long time. Ramen takes the ramen takeout from General Chop. The noodles are still steaming hot. Okay. Cool. Trigger.
I got Soldier 11's favorite spicy noodles from that enthusiastic chef. I couldn't see if the noodles look spicy, but just the steam from the chili peppers alone is making me cry.
So, spicy noodles is her thing. I had no idea.
Well, that's the Soldier 11 I know. She would come to 6th Street whenever she had free time. Maybe she feels more at home here than back in the barracks. She rarely talked about anything other than training, combat, and promotions. But when she did, she'd usually mention super spicy noodles, the video store owners, the arcade, and cats.
Did she ever talk about me?
No. You weren't in the list of what Sugar just said.
You might not like the answer.
Is it no?
Soldier 11 has never brought you up, but she seems fixated on a certain betrayal. Apparently, someone very important to her that she admired greatly vanished without a trace, leaving her to deal with that awful situation by herself.
Oh, is that all?
The person left without so much as an explanation. In the military, such actions are seen as desertion. And eventually, such deserters are marked as KIA by detached and indifferent officers. Does any of that ring a bell?
No.
I have nothing to say. Even if she resents me, she has the right to do so.
So it was all just presumption, though?
That's pretty cold, even for me. May I suggest something?
Sure. I like you.
What's that?
If you want to mend things with Soldier 11, don't say anything like that to her. Trust me, don't.
But that's the truth. I have no excuses for that. I lost my memory when I left the army. Once it returned, I wanted to contact Soldier 11, so I asked Nicole to check on her. Then I learned that she was doing well, that she had joined Obel Squad, and that she's an exemplary soldier who recently got promoted.
I like this one being an implication that, yeah, Nicole has connections and ways to get information. So, you know, that's how she managed to get that much. At the same time, she probably got that information from us.
She had a new captain and new comrades, so I felt her troubled past in Silver Squad might only weigh her down.
Anyway, that was a stupid thing to assume.
I had no reason to show up again.
You both have been on 6th Street at the same time before.
Trigger,
What?
Tell me, if you were me, you would have made the same call, right?
No, she seems smart.
If I were you...
Dang.
Yes, I might have.
She's always saying that to reassure you, Anby.
That's what I thought. So, even if she hates me, I deserve it.
But I'm not you, Anby. That's the point. If I were in your shoes, I would let Soldier 11 know she was never betrayed or abandoned. I'd let her know that her comrades would search to the ends of the earth for her, and that they'd never forget her.
Trigger, you're really amazing.
That's all you have to say?
Yeah, I'm really impressed. It must be nice to have you as a comrade.
I'm not so sure about that. But we have more pressing matters to discuss now. What are you planning to do next?
I'm heading back into the Hollow to put an end to everything with Twiggy. That evil tech must never resurface again. But before that, I want to apologize to Soldier 11.
Man, I'm so glad we got so much of...
Apologize? But given the current state of her memory, she might not remember it afterward.
Is that how that works? Man.
That's the idea.
Okay.
Wait, really?
Going through this entire adventure and then having medias res? Probably not. I think we saw them team up in the cutscene, but at the same time, go back to what not medias res is not the word. Status quo.
Yeah, that's the best choice for my cowardly side.
Lame. Hell.
Seems like it's really weighing on your mind. All right, if there's anything I can do, just say the word.
In that case, I need you to prove something to me.
Prove something? Like what?
Prove that you can take good care of Soldier 11. That's the only way I can hand her over to her new comrades without worrying.
You haven't been in our life for actual years now. I think you're fine.
Alleviating all your worries might not be a good thing either, but I understand. I'll prove that I can take care of her.
I'm just wondering what the heck is on the front of her hood or whatever. Trigger. It's like a lighter thing you flick, or oh, that's also probably wrong. But looks like it's for a helmet. But she definitely ain't wearing a helmet.
Now then, let's head back. After all, we don't want to show up with a bowl of soggy noodles for our patient.
Are noodles not soggy when you eat them? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Are noodles like harder when you guys eat them? Oh, hey. Aw, look at that. I don't have the camera still. Whatever. Hey, Belle. Looks like I've been causing a lot of trouble for you. That's right. So we're billing it all on the Cunning Hares account. No. Oh? As of right now, I'm not Anby of the Cunning Hares. But you walk, talk, and look like Anby of the Cunning Hares. So you must be Anby of the Cunning Hares. Whoa, how can we possibly keep teasing you when you're making a face like that? Jeez, look at you. You're absolutely exhausted. What you need most right now is some sleep. How about it? Want to sleep in my bed? Really soft, you know. It is objectively very soft. And Anby, I also know it's best if you can get some rest now. Tomorrow. Worry about tomorrow's problem tomorrow. That's what we do when we receive an enormous electric bill, anyway. Or maybe you're not ready to sleep just yet? If you'd rather watch a movie to relax, I don't mind keeping you company. Any new arrivals worth watching recently? Wow, I didn't think you would actually be up for it. So just glad you have the energy. After all, I won't be able to finish what's coming up next if I don't pull myself together. Oh? What is it? Is it a fight? Pretty much. It's a date. A date? Good night. Oh, that was a good one. That joke landed for me. No, that was it. Right? That makes sense. Well, that was part 2 of Anby's story. Alright, yeah. Alright, about an hour. No. Whatever. Time's whatever. 50 more minutes. In the middle. Feels like it's often the biggest part of these stories. You know, they gotta have their maybe a fight if even, but then a lot of character dialogue to set up for the finale. It's neat, interesting backstory, I think. Some of the way it's told isn't the most thrilling. Most of the moment when Twiggy was monologuing to the unconscious Soldier 11. They get to use amnesia to help sweep any problems with characters remembering things under the rug, I guess. Well, Soldier 11 specifically. Real shame that I wanted to see more of her. What was my description? I said, I'm just happy to see more Soldier 11. Oh, well. I shouldn't have typed anything. Ooh, oh, well. It is what it is. Yeah. I don't know. Gameplay was unfortunately playing as Anby, who I don't care too much for gameplay-wise, but it also means we were just fighting mobs, slapping them for a bit. As Anby, since Trigger isn't too much gameplay on her own. The symbol went exactly where I thought it would. That's neat. I think it's just rotated. Ends up as a rotation. Still don't know what it's supposed to represent. Or what it means. It looks like it's HH with a dot. And I can imagine that's another character. Could be even be a number, represent a number in non-English language. Anyway, some of the expositing wasn't the greatest. Twiggy is, I think, fine though. Motivations, I think, make sense. They gave her a nice tragic backstory for the game. But we obviously don't know the whole story yet, because clearly there's, like, I guess, financial incentives. Maybe she's doing something, but it's something she wants to do, but under the employment and encouragement from someone else. So we'll see how that plays out in the next one. Girl A, I like Girl A. She's quite cute and adorable. The sad, on her side of her master, I guess. Unfortunately, can't speak, so you get to be all sad when she's abused and stuff. Not much to her than that. Not much to her than that you couldn't get out of a pet being treated meanly. You know, so all those cute non-speaking character who serve their evil antagonists of movies and stuff or shows. Something you see all the time, kind of. That's fine. It's fine. It's working on me. I think Girl A is cute and feel sad when she's abused. And am endeared when she just does things. Even though it's not much. Even though it's just voiceless dialogue. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how it lands soon, but overall, the middle feels weaker. The beginning was set up that I didn't think too much of. The middle was a lot of expositing on it. It is funny, but yeah, it's genuinely what Chop said in Anby's pre-release notes, I think is how you'd say it, or drip marketing. I don't think it was her drip marketing. I don't know how to find it quicker, but I forgot how they call it. But just the thing they made, I forgot. Where they have the slide of information. I think that was from drip marketing, so it would be a month ago. Yeah, it would be drip marketing. Yeah. because the more recent one is from Hugo and Vivian. But the agent records is what I'm thinking of. That's where they gave like text of the General Chop line on Silver Soldier Anby before it, who's now Soldier Zero Anby. And so, you know, they really did just not ever see each other, I guess. I don't know. I guess Soldier 11 resents her. I'm still unsure if she even knew she was around, though, which is insane, I guess. But I guess that's what they're going with, which, is what it is. Kind of dumb. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Overall, they don't have the firmest grasp of it. Not feeling it too much. We'll see how it concludes, though. I'm sure it'll be effective and fine. I like Trigger. She seems nice. She seems caring and entertaining. But anyway, that was all. Time for Echoes of Silver Part 3. Now that one. Bates' call. Anby stopped the so-called plot to revive Silver Company, but not without a few regrets. What? Stopped it already? No, they didn't stop anything. So I guess that's the conclusion. I didn't see Soldier 11 or Trigger in the store. Do you know where they went? No, they didn't tell me where they were headed. They're probably off on a date together, right? A date? Why didn't they take me along with them? Or should they have to bring you along? Based on my experience, the optimal number of people for a date is no more than 2. It's a very astute observation, or calculation there, Wise. Trigger wants to prove to me that she can take care of Soldier 11. If I'm not present, how can she prove it to me? Maybe she just wants to go on a normal date and cheer up Soldier 11. Not to mention, Soldier 11 really is one tough cookie. Didn't she get seriously injured? Is it really okay for her to be running around like this? Being able to use all of their energy to prioritize stabilizing vital signs, retaining maximum combat effectiveness. That is the most basic requirement of a qualified Silver Company soldier. Anby? What? You do know that someday you'll have to tell us the whole story, right? Whether you want to involve us or not, Bill and I are part of this, and we have the right to know. Can I refuse? I know that once I tell you this whole story, you two definitely won't leave me alone. Just like a blockbuster movie, no matter how complete the original story is, they'll always find a way to make a terrible sequel. True! Finally! She gets it! Oh, not finally, but she gets it! I just don't want to see that sequel. That's a hard metaphor to follow. But there are some really good sequels out there too. Also true. That's a valid counter-argument. Yeah, and sometimes the second film is terrible, but the third one turns out surprisingly great. Which fair enough. I had one thought. What was it? I don't play that game, so I can't reference it. We won't force you. We just hope that you know what you're... We just hope that you know that you're never alone. Weiss is right. Besides, isn't this exactly what friends are for? I remember the first time I met you, Anby, and you were even more naive back then than you are now. But even then, I already had a feeling that we would become partners with a bond of trust and share moments that could never be replaced together. Okay, Belle. Yes, thanks for the reminder. Compared to who I was back then, I should have made some progress by now. Please, help me contact Nicole and everyone at the Cunning Hares, you two. Oh, is our runaway saga finally over? Mm-hmm. I have something I want to say to them before it all ends. Belle? Question mark? Boom! Calls it, Wise. Told you Anby would contact the Cunning Hares today. Come on, time to cough up my 5,000 Denny's. You actually got it right, Belle. And there I was, thinking it was premature to just go ahead and contact Nicole and the others like that. So, you two already contacted everyone at the Cunning Hairs before I asked? Nope, that was all Bill. Nicole, Billy, and Nakamoto should have arrived at 6th Street by now. But I still have to open up the shop. Do you mind if we don't go looking for them with you? I won't get lost. It's a rather short street. Thank you so much. Really, I'm truly grateful. Anyway, good work, loser. You lost a bet. Hey, 6. Gonna fall over again? No, he's good. Alright. Fair enough. That was entertaining enough. Entertaining. I like that. Man, that drift is annoying. There's so many times when I don't want to lock onto characters, but man. Or I end up stuck with this joystick. Oh, I guess I don't talk to you yet. And no, not here. It was probably over there then. No? I was looking for Nakamata. Yep, not here. Oh well. Only these two. Cool.
Nicole,
Well, look who decided to come back.
I'm sorry for leaving without saying anything. You can punish me however you see fit, Nicole.
What's the use in punishing you? If anything, I'd prefer some compensation. So, how do you plan to make it up to me? I'm waiting.
I'll give up my favorite burger. From now on, I'll eat noodles every day.
That's not the kind of conversation. That counts.
Hey, that's more like compensating General Chop than me.
That won't cut it, huh? Then I won't try to squeeze in between you and Nekomata when we watch movies.
Come on. Nekomata's usually the one who's squeezing in between you and me. Show me some sincerity here.
I see. Okay. I'll forfeit my paychecks from now on.
Oh?
Yes, and I'll persuade Billy to give up his pay too. Is that good enough for you?
Wait a sec. Are you trying to tarnish our reputation as an honest business?
Was it ever?
Forget it. You owe me big. I'll tell you what I need from you later.
Nicole.
Fine. Forget it. Just spare me that pitiful look. Listen, Anby. It doesn't matter who you were or what mess you've gotten into. The Cunning Hairs doesn't need to be a burden to you. We don't need you to shield us, and we won't intrude when you need space. You're not the only one here with a troubled past. I just wish you'd trust me more. Otherwise, I feel like I'm a total failure.
I can't imagine why she would ever feel like that.
Sorry. I won't try to justify what I did. I shouldn't have run off on my own. Once this is over, I'll answer all your questions. No more hiding anything.
That's my good girl. You're a terrible liar, you know.
I know. By the way, I have a favor to ask you.
Oh, you finally need me?
Yeah, there's a woman who looks like me. She wears a Defense Force uniform and goggles. I think she should be pretty easy to spot. Can you help me locate her?
Piece of cake. On average, finding a cat takes us 3 hours, 14 minutes, and 8 seconds. Finding a person is way easier. I'll contact some of my sources. I'll let you know as soon as I get any information.
Also, Anby already asked her to look into Soldier 11 before, so she could just say Soldier 11. But yeah, good to know that they're that good at finding stray cats for people. Oh, there's Nakamata. I completely did not notice her. Anby, it's so good to finally see you. I was this close to mentally preparing myself to lose you this close. I apologize for leaving without saying goodbye. I'm truly sorry. I won't let you lose me. Well, I'll do my best. How have you been lately? Nicole's been ranting ranting about you every day. Actually, she's known that you've been crashing with the Proxys this whole time. She just thought that busting in to take you away would defeat the purpose. So when you took the initiative to contact her, no matter how angry she seemed, deep down, she was probably really relieved. As for Nekomata, don't be startled. She's been genuinely worried about you. Nekomata was worried about me. You may not have been able to see it, but our little Nekomata has been quite restless. Indeed, I think he said indeed lately. I couldn't read before I clicked A. Even though we knew the Proxies were taking care of you, we also knew you seemed to be mixed up in something heavy. And she understands better than almost anyone just how wrong the idea of just solving the problem with your own strength is. That was in part 1 of this whole entire video game, or the first chapter. So callbacks, I guess. Just yesterday, Nekomata was muttering to herself, if only I had paid more attention to her. She cares about me? Yeah, she even has this gift for you. She said that she wants to give it to you when she sees you again. She has a gift for me? Okay. I looked pretty shocked. To be honest, so am I. Really, I can't help but marvel at how amazing the friendships between girls can be. Maybe I should watch a few more flicks about girl bands or something like that. Haha. Oh, right. When you see Nekomata, make sure don't tell her I said any of that. Otherwise, she'll definitely scratch up my paint job with her claws. Just like a ball of steel wool on a non-stick pan. Anby, promise me. Please say that you promise me. Anby didn't promise a thing, man. Poor guy. Also a shame they didn't get their voices back for it. Freaking Billy just didn't get any line.
Who's there?
She didn't say knock knock yet. Also, yeah, Billy just didn't get a line. That's unfortunate.
Anby! It's you! Yeah, it's me. A reliable source mentioned that you've been worried about me lately. Nonsense! Where did you hear something like that? Darn it, that Billy. I'll scratch all this paint off like scrubbing a nonstick pan with steel wool. I swear on my favorite mackerel that I will.
Yeah, so the noodles were definitely for Nekomata.
I'm touched. Thank you, Nekomata. Don't be. No thanking me. I heard you even prepared a gift for me. A gift? Well, yeah, I did. But it's not like I made it just for you or anything.
Yeah, Baka.
Here you go.
What is it? Oh. What the heck is this? The Anby doll. Are her arms even? Yeah, no, I think her arms are kind of even. I think. This one looks kind of slimmer. Kind of looks like it's made of dough. But, you know, they have the stitching to imply the stitching. Also the button. It doesn't have the poofy sleeves, you know? Kind of 6 out of 10. Hold on. Doll meticulously crafted by Nekomata, looking somewhat similar to Anby. Why is it top heavy? To simulate how someone often dives headfirst into the hollow. Meow. Oh, funny. Adorable. He even has the headphones.
Oh, a doll. Is it supposed to be me? With this rough stitching, I'm guessing you sewed it yourself?
Yeah, well, don't sound too excited.
This is too much, Nekomata. I can't accept this.
Uh-huh.
Nah, stop being dramatic. I got a doll-making kit and was gonna make one that looks like Nicole. But it turned out super ugly, with a big head and tiny little body. It didn't look anything like Nicole. So I altered it a bit and, wow, it somehow looked just like our Anby.
Looked like her. You sewed on some headphones and added green.
But I don't look like this.
Hey.
No, it's exactly like you. It's like your little twin. Go on,
I take it. Keep it with you all the time, and don't let it out of your sight.
I appreciate Nakamata's inability to take it as an insult. I said, oh no, you're just wrong. That is entertaining.
You want me to carry it and never let it out of my sight? Oh, wait, you didn't stash some sort of contraband inside it, did you? Are you trying to get PubSec to arrest me?
Yeah? Just because I'm a street cat doesn't mean you should be prejudiced like that. There's no contraband in the doll. I swear on Nicole's lap.
I remember hearing Nicole's lap. But they can be prejudiced towards the assumption on, cat sirens.
All right, I'll trust you. Let me do something for you in return. How about some mackerel noodles?
I did buy those, along with 2 other.
Ooh, Lady Nakomata appreciates your rare treat. But not now.
Not now? But the noodle shop is close by.
It's right there, we can point at it.
Once things settle and you're safe, you can treat me to those mackerel noodles.
It all somehow feels heavier in Anby's hand. Anby lowers her head as Nakamata grins. Anby, I just received some information. The person you're looking for is at Lumina Square. There was another woman beside her, and the two were walking toward the riverside. Huh? Why are you saying that, Anby? I see. Nicole, thank you. Okay, I guess you received the information. Quick, tell me I'm the best. Nicole, you're the best. Good girl. Go on, go have fun, and remember to come home afterward. I'm off to Lumina Square. Sorry, I forgot the rumbling on my desk could be quite loud for the mic. Yeah, entertaining. I still like Nakamata quite a bit. I think I did her agent story, but I feel like I did that off stream, but also recently, which is confusing combination. Oh, they're over here. Also, now wouldn't be the time, so I wouldn't be able to tell. But I'm surprised this one didn't open up to be like the place where you can buy skins. It would have been nice to open up the shop and just be able to see a new NPC, and to have that dialogue. Oh well. Oh, cats. Oh, it's a bird. Hold on. Dang, I can't look closer at the bird. That is definitely the same model as the bird in Hollow Zero, but it doesn't have the eye on its back. Yeah, the demonic eye on its back instead. It just looks like that. Has some nice patterns on it, but yeah. If you recall, it's the one with... I think her name's Jufufu. Her second name is Fufu. I think it's Jufufu. The new... Definitely an agent in the next chapter. Well, in the one after Vivian and Hugo, that girl's definitely an agent in, so. The bird, presumably belonging to her master. Same model as that one, but it was all black. It also definitely had a demonic looking eye on it, which was kind of insane. Anyway, here's Soldier 11 looking more relaxed. Cool. Nothing for a trigger specifically. Cat's playing the bird. Cool.
So, here you are.
Sorry, Anby. I snuck out with her.
Are you feeling okay?
Are you speaking to me? You seem familiar. Like I've seen you somewhere before. But I can't quite remember.
I'm... Anby. Does that name ring a bell?
Ooh, the double ellipses.
No. I don't recall anyone named Anby. Sorry. Maybe we knew each other, but this person named Trigger told me that my memory's off right now.
Oh, that's a shame. Can you turn it back on?
I'll get better. And maybe then I'll remember something about you.
Maybe.
I see. Where did you and Trigger go today?
We tried some food called noodles. They were this amazing, fiery red color. It was delicious. Then we pet some creatures called cats. They were different than I expected, surprisingly soft. We went to an arcade, did some shopping, drank some tea milk, and even opened surprise boxes. Then we went to a dim, noisy place and watched a movie. I think that's what they called it.
Gotta be honest, I'm not endeared by this at all. I wanted more content for Soldier 11, but this is just blank slate individual who lost her memory, unfortunately. And she'll regain it probably, going back to status quo and all. And, the fact that this was in the past by the time main story occurs. So, I don't know. I don't think it's done in a particularly interesting way.
During the movie, someone took advantage of the dark environment to attempt a theft. Fortunately, I still remembered some basic combat skills, so I managed to subdue the thief and turn them over to public security. The public security office isn't far from here. After we wrapped up there, Trigger suggested we watch the sunset by the river.
You sure know how to plan a date, Trigger.
The video store manager taught me all this. I'm just a good student.
Okay, so we're the ones who's great at dating everyone without getting into a relationship.
Anyway, I think I did a good job. Right, Soldier 11?
Yes, I had a great time. Still, I can tell my body isn't really used to relaxing. I can always feel an urge to do some push-ups or some other exercise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It's a boring way to also get this information. Again, just being told by us. Which is probably the nature of this game, because it's basically a visual novel. Running around, having your visual novel conversations. And then combat sequences.
That's our model soldier for you. So, Anby, can you relax now? Soldier 11 is important to me. I don't ever want to lose another squad mate, so I promise to look after her. You can focus on the matters at hand now. Once everything's settled, if you choose to face her, I'll be there to vouch for everything you've done for her.
Oh yeah. I guess we have to assume just because they were other Silver Soldiers, that's how they got the jump on her or some way, and were able to capture her. I'm still thinking about that. How they managed to capture Soldier 11 if supposedly those soldiers weren't much of a match for her.
And if you prefer to stay out of it, no pressure. I understand the weight of your history with Silver Company. It's like a heavy chain around you both.
Mm-hmm.
I'll break that chain.
Oh, yeah, that's a great Fleetwood Mac song.
I have faith in you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Trigger. In that case, please keep this for me while I'm away.
What's this? A doll. It looks a little familiar.
Looks a little familiar, thanks.
It's very cute.
Thanks, Soldier 11. I agree with your judgment. Soldier 11 looks confused, but still takes the doll and hugs it tightly. So tight that it almost bursts.
Please, keep it safe until I come back. Right now, it's my most cherished possession.
Don't worry. If it means that much to you, we'll be sure to keep it safe.
Thanks.
It gets chilly by the river at night. Let's head back to the video store and get something warm to wear.
Man, she's just like me. She's sneezing. It's time to head back now. Be sure not to catch a cold. Let's go back. They're asking us to go back, guys, and there's nothing else to see. Man, that sure was a cutscene. I don't know. That wasn't particularly interesting to me. Again, we're learning about a character who doesn't have her memory, that will get her memory back by the end of the story, I'm sure. Good farewell to the Roxys. Really, both. Finally back, Anby. Looks like you all had a great time. Have you... No, sorry. Have you had dinner yet? If not, you still have some leftover carrot chips here. You can take as many as you can. I already ate. I had 2 hamburgers. Really? Won't eating 2 burgers before bed make you gain weight? No. I'll burn it all off overnight. If you want to drag someone to join you for a night run, think wise. He'll be totally psyched for it. That's probably a lie. Anby, you're back. Soldier 11 and Trigger are getting ready to call it a night. If there's nothing else you need to do, you should probably turn it in early today, too. Okay. Thank you, Wise. Thank you and Belle for all you've done. For the cunning hairs and me. I actually have a place I can stay other than the cunning hairs. This is a miracle that the Anby of the past would never have dared to imagine. Anby, what prompted you to say all this? Did you watch some kind of weird movie today? I just suddenly felt like saying it. Sounds fishy to me. Not at all. Good night, Wise. Anyway, we're leaving in the middle of the night. For that cutscene we've seen already. Oh, hey, Soldier 11. Oh man, it's in you're standing in your iconic Soldier 11 pose. Heck yeah.
I remember you from earlier today. Anby.
And that's not even remotely close.
It's Anby. Just Anby.
Sorry. It seems my memory still hasn't recovered yet. It's frustrating not knowing what I've forgotten.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like where are your
I can help
keys?
with that.
You can help?
I can tell you what you've forgotten, Harin.
Harin. Is that my name?
It was your name before you were Soldier 11. The name I knew you by. Back then, we used to find nice-sounding words to call each other. The higher-ups were aware, but didn't intervene.
I don't like that name. It sounds too weak for me.
Makes sense.
Yes, you've said the same thing before.
So what exactly is this Silver Squad? And who decides who's qualified or not? There's a lot I don't understand. If it's connected to my past, then please tell me everything.
Sure, I'll explain it all. Just allow me to do one thing.
Huh. One thing? What's that?
Allow me to apologize to you.
Just notice the little hoodie strands, or the laces, the hoodie laces on. I could barely tell what she was wearing was supposed to be a hoodie. I even noticed the hood. Or whatever. Anyway. And recounts everything about Silver Squad, from its creation to its downfall.
There were many things I didn't understand then, and still don't understand even now. All I know is that we were used as pawns in a power struggle within the army. And, in the end, they chose to keep only one replica.
And that was Soldier Zero, Anby. But she killed herself, so they got stuck with
And
you.
that was you, Anna? As you said, you were considered the top performer.
Anna?
I'm not Anna. That's someone else. But yes, I was selected.
Alright, well, deep lore from the trailer is that Anna is the scientist working on them, I guess.
They devised an operation, a suicide mission. No one was expected to return alive. My name wasn't on the list for deployment. But the night before, you went too hard in training and got injured. So I took your place.
Oh, wait, huh?
Did you survive the mission?
Take a guess.
that was funny.
I saw my squad mates buried in the rubble. The memories are all a little foggy, even to this day. I'm not sure how I survived, or how I was able to stand before the senior officers.
Oh, okay. So that's when she made a choice to always have a choker around her neck. But also... Oh my gosh, I saw my squad mates buried in the rubble. That's from the trailer!
How could they issue such a ruthless order? Sending their own soldiers to die? We're living, breathing human beings.
Yeah, man. Honestly, Sounding a little pouty with that line. I don't know why.
That's the point, Harin. Are we humans? I assume you can also issue combat orders now. When you send a squad of explosive bamboo into the enemy base, do you consider their well-being?
But Bangbu aren't humans. I don't have to consider that.
That's what they said too. Replicas aren't humans. So, they ordered Silver Squad to their deaths. But since you are still a survivor, they ordered me to execute you.
Did you go through with it?
Okay, so Amnesiac Soldier 11 is a bit stupid, but that's okay.
What do you think?
It's a little less funny the second time. At the same time, it's also even more funny.
It appears you didn't. But if it were me...
Would you have followed their orders?
No. I would have executed the officers who issued that suicide mission. So what did you do?
Yeah, you know, Soldier 11's making a lot more sense here, and she doesn't even have her memory.
I fled. I offered to exchange my life for yours. And then fled.
To be clear, if the trailer's to be believed, she didn't just flee. She decided to make herself inoperable for living.
I didn't trust them. So disappearing seemed like the only feasible option.
Okay.
I knew that once I was gone, they wouldn't harm you, because you were their only asset.
Okay, but it sounds like it's supposed to mean if the trailer is to be believed, she intentionally failed at doing it. Fair enough. But man, they do survive insane things based off of Twiggy alone.
Seems like I made the right call. At least I got to see you again. I've had a good life, but it took me a long time to figure out who to hate. If I were to hate everyone who hurt us, that would be too much. I couldn't live carrying so much hatred. It's impossible. And Nicole told me that I shouldn't hate myself.
Oh, good person, Nicole. Good person.
So, eventually, I realized that all the suffering stemmed from the Silver Company tech, and the fact that we replicas were not seen as humans. According to a movie Belle loaned me from the store, this is referred to as an ethical dilemma. Life shouldn't be engineered. Only then did it dawn on me that many people were already aware of this issue. There are a lot of smart people out there. So, I'm sorry, Harin.
Ooh, the sad guitar started playing.
Why apologize? According to everything you just told me, you didn't do anything wrong. I'm crying. Why am I crying?
Oh, it's so sad. The person who doesn't have their memory is crying about something in their past that they don't remember. But it's instinctual because it's still in them, you know? I don't think it's anything too terrible, but I don't know. It's also something that feels familiar from more than one thing. So not too engaged with the plot so far.
It's all my fault. I was the captain of our squad and responsible for everyone, but I let you all down. I wasn't wise or strong enough, and I was a coward.
Oh, were you Belle?
If I weren't a coward, I wouldn't have waited until this moment to apologize. I'm only willing to share this now because I know you'll forget everything soon.
I don't know, it's a nice emotional moment for Anby, but it still annoys me that that's even probably what's happening by the end of this freaking story. It's still so frustrating.
Forget everything? But that's impossible. Why?
Silver Squad soldiers who are critically injured have their recent memories wiped within 24 hours. Yours is about to reset.
Okay.
I can't keep avoiding this, Hareen. I have to face our old squad mate. I don't know what other cards she has up her sleeves, and I can't guarantee anything. I can only try my best. I might survive, but if the worst comes to pass, I don't want you to bear the weight of my death. So, just forget this conversation, and have a good night's sleep.
No, Anby. You're being selfish. I don't accept your apology. I don't.
She's raising her voice. Surely the siblings hear this.
It's almost midnight.
Oh, is it just like an automatic thing?
Anby.
Emma closes her eyes and her forehead touches Soldier 11's. Soldier 11's fingers tighten their grip on Anby, digging into her skin. Suddenly, Soldier 11's grip loosens. Her expression turns blank.
What is this place? What am I doing here? Who am I?
Thanks, man. Okay, she timed that. And I guess that's exactly how their amnesia works, somehow. But she knew, I guess.
Your name is Soldier 11. Good night.
Yeah, I don't know about anyone else. I thought that was a little cringe.
Sorry. I must have been talking too loud just now and woke you up.
Anby, what are you planning to do?
What do you mean?
Come on, don't hold out on us. Are you sneaking out on some super dangerous business?
There's actually something I need to take care of. No need to worry about me. I'll be fine.
Don't try playing cute with us. Didn't I tell you before? We have a right to know about whatever it is you're involved with this time.
Plus, Anby, if you've really been working on yourself like you said, then you should learn how to ask for help. This thing you're facing, you might not be able to handle it yourself, right?
Even if that were the case, it's still my responsibility, and mine alone. At least, that's what I planned on saying.
Oh?
But the lone wolf in the movies never gets a happy ending. And even if they win, they'll end up losing their home, their pet cat, their daughter, or their lover.
That's so sad.
I don't want to lose anything, or anyone important to me, Proxy. So, please, help me.
Are you gonna risk Eos,
Take me
though?
back in that hollow, and help me smash up that weird lab, so I can get some closure with my former family.
Wise and I have been waiting for you to say that.
Is that your strategy then? Getting us to help you out for free?
You don't have to do it for free. Just tack it onto the Cunning Hair's tab. I'll be back to settle the bill once this is all over.
I'm sure.
But right now, I've got someplace to be.
Don't go running off into any hollows alone, you hear?
You hear? I'm glad Nicole says you hear. I appreciate that.
I won't. Don't worry. I want you to be the first one, Proxy. The first to witness my resolve.
Cool. Anby, you about to head out? Enter combat. Yeah, just let me go. They did the fade, double fade out again. And the Cunning Hair's temporary base.
Long time no see. Replica number 0.
Oh. You know, that's not one.
Silver Squad. Captain. I thought I'd never see you again.
Alright. I have an idea on how to play this character, so I think I'll be fine.
So,
Hey, wait a
this is what
second.
you were like back in your Silver Squad days, Anby?
I never thought I'd be back in this uniform. A cool character or a cute one?
This
is a rare opportunity.
Oh, there's still dialogue, so it's fine to stand here.
Any little noise could be a sign that the enemy's closing in.
I did get the bot message, so. Why the? How did we all pop up like this, man? Yeah. Cool.
That's not the enemy. False alarm.
Cool. Alright, well, hopefully there's nothing wrong with that.
Their fighting style seems to have changed. Old memories are coming back to this uniform. You look so intimidating. This movie was so long ago.
Gosh dang it, really? I actually have
The
to.
past me was reliable too. True.
Dialogue is going at the speed of sound. Yeah, alright. Over here, yeah. You have to actually take some time on enemies.
Enemies tough. Be careful. Orders received. No need to be so formal. Time to strike back.
Alright. Yeah, they. Oh wow.
Is this the lab
That was a
was
double
to be
hit.
destroyed? I never expected to one day be the one guiding you, Proxy.
Is that? No, there's no space there. There they are!
I'm heartbroken, Anby. Here I was thinking this was a family matter between sisters. But you've gone and brought in outside help.
You're no match for me, whether I bring help or not. Twiggy, Silver Squad is gone. You will never be able to rebuild it. We both know how difficult it is to create a Silver Soldier capable of engaging in combat operations.
What if I didn't need to?
Didn't need to... what?
Yeah, they need to want it.
There's one thing you're wrong about. I've already done it. I've achieved the conditions for rebuilding my very own Silver Squad.
Okay. Oh. They weren't there earlier, come on.
This is so weird. These Ambys... no, these people. None of them seem to have any fighting abilities.
Weird. These people don't look like soldiers to me.
Twiggy, what have you done?
What do you think I've done? I've done something that can stop my organs from being harvested. That can put me in touch with the big shots at Tops. That can help fund my research.
Okay. Suddenly, there in the frigid lab, you catch a glimpse of something emerging from the recesses of your memory.
No, that's impossible. They're harvesting and selling their organs.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
You created all these sisters of ours just to harvest them like animals?
Oh yeah, I remember that internet post someone put on the, well, internet.
I just used them to exchange for a few necessary resources to reform Silver Squad. I needed a family, really. That's all. You said it yourself. These sisters of ours, right? We are sisters. And we are family. So if we're family, Why don't you feel the same pain as me? It's a real shame, you know. Neither Harry nor I were perfect enough. No matter how hard I try, all I can make are defects. Good for nothing but a supply of organs. But
Okay.
it's not like there hasn't been any progress. I haven't even told anyone about this yet. But just earlier, I managed to make some improvements to the technology, which will stabilize control of the cloning process.
Presumably these clones were here already. Right. They were selling organs. Come on, it's been like 3 days of this whole ordeal.
Once that's in place, the
If
cost
even.
of producing a competent soldier will be at an all-time low. We'll have achieved just what the initial project report said. The magic of producing an army out of sugar and air.
Yo, is this like Cloudy with the Hands of Meatballs for them? That's probably not the name, but it sounds about right.
Anby. Captain Anby. As things stand, there's still a chance for us to work together.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna.
You are the final piece of the puzzle. We can produce a steady supply of true soldiers so long as you cooperate. We'll keep everything under wraps until we build a huge army of our own.
Good thing she isn't saying this in front of the new Bing Boo or something.
Just think what such an army could do. Nobody would ever dare humiliate us again. Our Silver Squad could crush New Eridu to smithereens. And you would be its commander. And me, I'm fine with whatever. Put me to death if you like. I deserve it for killing all those sisters of ours. Whatever you want. Captain, do you want to come home?
This is not my home. I feel disgusted. I'm sorry, Twiggy. But now I wish you had died back in the Hollow.
I know. I feel the same way about myself. Disgusted. Get out of here!
Vial of medicine appears in Twiggy's hand, and she injects half of the liquid into her arm. Girl A suddenly snatches the needle away and injects the remaining liquid into her own arm. Oh, poor Girl A.
What are you doing, idiot? You absolute idiot! Are you insane? You're just a defect. Your body won't be able to handle it. You'll make everyone.
Oh.
I want to protect you. Protect all of you.
Oh. The poor stupid one who could barely speak. Unfortunately cared about the evil maniac.
Thank you for letting me be born. I will never let you be lonely.
A strange scene transpires. The helpless replicas are torn apart and absorbed by two massive monstrous shadows. Moments later, a familiar figure appears before these terrifying enemies. Please don't lag, I know computer sucks. Oh, pretty sick.
You. Why did you come?
I haven't forgotten the art of combat. Silver Company formation. TWAN, Anti-Ethereal Mark II. The current you feels really familiar.
Don't. I never expected to be able to face you like this. It's time. Now you pay. It's time.
Yeah, that's a
Now
lot
show
less
no
interesting.
mercy, even if our opponent is Twiggy.
That's my line.
Gosh,
Don't
her
push
voice is
yourself.
just so noticeably
Understood?
different.
Affirmative. Why did I subconsciously...
Right over. What you deserve.
I don't know why it's supposed to happen.
Engaging. Resolve.
Oh, she might miss this.
I shouldn't miss this feeling.
At least, we shouldn't miss it too often.
Oh, I didn't. Targetable then.
Stay focused. Now you pay. What you deserve.
Yeah, I knew it was off, but I mistimed it. Yeah, it did throw me off.
Off balance.
Oh wow. I'm surprised that didn't work. Just missing, come on.
Now you pay.
Oh wow, that he's just missing.
The final blow.
Counter! I won't let you have it.
Right over. Focus. It's time.
Open fire!
Gosh, yeah, she just isn't the same person, dang it. Oh yeah, that looked fine at least. At least it didn't lag here. Oh, right.
Did I fail the combat test again? I told you, I'm not good at fighting. But as long as Captain's here, I'll be okay. Right?
Stop that. Oh, come on.
You. What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be with Trigger?
Trigger was the one who covered for me, so I could come here. She's probably still dealing with the enemies that we met on the way here.
You shouldn't be here. You weren't supposed to remember anything.
Anby. Turns out you're not a traitor at all. You're a coward. I'd still be completely in the dark if it weren't for that funny-looking doll.
Huh? You mean there's something wrong with the doll that Nekomata gave me?
There was a camera stuffed inside its head. It recorded your whole confession to me before its battery died.
Oh, that's convenient. The battery died? You could have just been fine. That does make sense.
I didn't understand everything, but I knew enough to take action. Seeing as we're sisters, I couldn't let you take this risk alone. And I knew that you didn't betray us. I liked that feeling. It was enough to help me believe in many things again.
Proxy, her condition is extremely unstable. Please, get her out of here as fast as you can.
Okay, that's what's happening.
Got it. Whatever happens next is something you have to do by yourself. Right, Anby?
No, you're right, sort of strong in the lab and stuff. Anby walks towards the laboratory building. Laboratory, my bad. There's a deathly silence here, as though everything that had happened was just a nightmare.
This tech has to be destroyed. Thank you for letting me be born.
Anby, what's on your mind?
Proxy, you're still here?
Why is he the one talking?
Don't worry. Soldier 11 is safe with Trigger. You can trust her. Now that things are settled, Mobile Squad can take over from here. She'll be okay.
He added in that now that things are settled. I forgot to put that in the text.
Really? That's great.
You're conflicted. Should you destroy the Silver Company tech or not?
Is it that obvious? I thought I'd made up my mind to never let this kind of evil happen again.
Okay, there you are. Don't compromise now.
You're the captain
Come
of the
on.
Silver Squad, Anby. The way I see it, you've made the right decision here. The Anby I know would never compromise on her resolve just because of what someone else said.
You're right. I nearly caved there. What would I do without you? Thanks, Proxy.
That's a decision that only you can make, Anby. Well, that brings proxy operating hours to an end. We'll be waiting for you back at the video store.
We still need to guide her out, right? The proxy ends the comms. The deathly silence returns. Like, Eos is still here, right? We don't see him, but he's still right there, right?
I've made up my mind.
And when she leaves it, some changed by what A said or something. Hey, it's everyone. Hi, everyone. Oh, see you. Hold on. Has Soldier 11 picked up already? Don't worry. I promise you, I will take good care of her. Letting her enter the hollow in such an unstable state doesn't seem like taking good care of her. It's not about letting her, but accompanying her. Everyone has things they're committed to, don't they? I won't stop Soldier 11 from seeing things through, but I can make sure she's not alone. I also noticed that apostrophe, or period after the apostrophe. I honestly don't know how to do that properly either. It looks wrong right there, but I think it's correct. Except they did it differently for that comma in letting her. So it's probably wrong. Who knows? I don't know how to do it right, but it's inconsistent right there. I have that issue also when every time when I do a quote, it's also at the end of a sentence. So it always ends up being annoying. Oh, so that's how you see it. And are you sure this won't cause any problems for Soldier 11 with the military? The military's factional struggles never cease. Unfortunately, ancient history like Silver Company isn't the focus. After returning, Soldier 11 will undoubtedly receive more professional care than she would lying on the sofa in a video store. Sounds complicated. I knew I wasn't cut out for the military. Don't be too down. I don't think there are any more than 3 people who are suited to being in the military. Including yourself? Absolutely not. That's funny. Absolutely not. Only like 3 people I know cut out for the military. Oh, and you're one of them? No. That's really good. I like Trigger a lot already. Can't wait for her agent story and pulling for her thing. Thank you, Anby, for not showing up. And thank you, Nakamata, for guaranteeing my self trigger in 15 days. Billy! Excuse me, cutie. Have you seen my friend Anby? I am Anby. You are my colleague, Billy Kid. I am really Anby, and I can prove it to you. I remember all the things we went through together. Don't give me that flustered look. I was just joking around. Is this what you used to wear before you joined the cutting hair? Not bad. It really suits you. Maybe I should switch back to my old threads too. Oh my gosh, S-Rank Billy! Yeah, I've saw that line. Cool. Cool to know that he does have a different design. This design would make you think this is what he wore as part of the freaking... What the heck is that even supposed to say, right? Looks like a B Y W U W L B again. Those are just lines and squiggles. I think it's the same lines and squiggles Nicole has on her chest. Like, what the heck is that even supposed to? A 6-star boar. Oh man, that's like a Z rank. Man, it looks like the outfit he could have worn as part of the Sons of Caledon. I can't believe I completely blanked on that name. It looks like the outfit he could have worn as the son of Caledon, but you know, it could have been something else, or he could have had a different past. You know, it'll be interesting to see what that could be. Still hoping for that S-Rank Starlight Knight cosplay. That or just a skin. Did you give me that doll to monitor me? No, you sure discovered that quickly. I had been hoping to snatch it back first. I suppose I do have that thing too. Though. That thing? What thing? Something like, what was it again? Oh, right. Oh, the right to privacy. I don't know about things like that. I was just thinking that if a dummy burger girl like you disappears without a word again, then Nicole will be worried about you. You'll make Nicole super worried. Worried to death. Sorry, I won't do it again. Peaky promise? Aw. Anyway, yeah. Makes enough sense. Those clothes sure bring back memories, Anby. I was wearing this when you found me. I didn't even realize how much time has gone by. It's impressive that you can still fit in your old clothes. I definitely can't wear any of my wardrobe from back then. So, that might be the same outfit she was wearing when she found her in the trailer. We'll pretend that's not the case. Yeah, I agree. Where did that come from? And where are you looking? Anby? I'm not. You're still an awful liar. Where the heck was she looking? I could help imply that they were decently younger, though. Yeah, well, Nicole was decently younger, since so maybe lower 20s, but still known each other for years. That's why I have anything I say? No. Bang Boo 6? No, he's just letting me in. Thank you, Bang Boo 6. Anyway, this is it. Anby, welcome back. The Cunning Hares are here to pick you up. And Sugar hasn't left yet either. I think they all want to talk to you and make sure you're safe and sound. You want to chat with them first? I've spoken to them. Anby, you really do move fast. I was so happy seeing you smile again, especially considering everything that's happened. Because I've already made a choice, I won't regret, I think. Then when can rest easy for now. Come on, man. You hold your thumb right there when you're typing. Oh, you probably use your right hand. Man. Just surprised you hit the N first before the space. I would assume N can before when. Proxy and Wise. that is funny. They're both the proxies, come on. I know I'm just expressing my gratitude with words alone. I know just expressing my gratitude with words alone is not enough. I hope that someday I can get a chance to help you too. And then I'll give it my best, just like today. Wow, now that's something we can look forward to. Remember it. Next time we find ourselves in a sticky situation, we'll commandeer Anby of the Cunning Hares with extreme prejudice. Please be sure to do so. I will be standing by at all times, awaiting your summons. Afterwards, it seems as though a long time passed before... Well, guess who I just ran into on the street? Me. Your doppelganger? Now that would be quite interesting. Pity that wasn't the case this time. Actually, I ran into Anby and Trigger eating burgers together. Oh, that's a rare combination. I thought so too, so I went over to say hi and catch up with them. How have they been recently? It might be faster if you just ask them directly. They were asking me why they didn't see you around yet. They're right by 141 right now. You want to go talk with them? Okay, I guess I'll do it myself. Of course, it will be the two of them. They are the banner agents this patch. Of course, -1. But there's scarcely ever two. Oh, look, it's Wise's doppelganger. I wasn't expecting to see him here. Oh, I still can't take the picture. Dang it, come on. This is prime photo opportunity. Come on. I take the photos all the time. Come on. They couldn't just let me do that?
Oh, fried chicken burgers are classic for a reason.
That was funny. Alright, but she eats with her mouth full. Come on. Or she talks with her mouth full. Come on. Hold on. That was adorable.
Oh, fried chicken burgers are classic for a reason.
Soldier 11's going to grill me about eating junk food again if I go back smelling like burgers.
Burgers don't have a smell. Even if they did, it would dissipate quickly, and she'd never know.
No, there's a smell, right?
There's definitely a smell. What?
The scent of burgers definitely lingers, especially when it's a fried chicken burger.
Man, it's like, you know, how you don't recognize how you smell because you smell yourself all the time. That's probably the logic behind why Anby doesn't believe burgers have a smell.
That's not
genuinely.
True. Proxy, when did you get here?
I just got here. I heard you mention Soldier 11. Is she doing better? After all, the last time I saw her, she was in pretty rough shape.
Thanks. Soldier 11 would be really happy to know that you care so much about her. She's made a full recovery. She's completely regained the same training intensity as before her injury. At least with her body, I mean.
She didn't forget, did she?
So her body's recovered, but her memory is still affected?
Not quite. I asked Anby out today to chat with her about what's going on with Soldier 11. Her memory has basically reverted to how it was before the injury. She might occasionally get someone's name wrong, but she doesn't mistake her own identity, and her short-term memory is persisting through to the next day.
She's made a recovery. That's great.
It's still too early to say. She seems to have completely blanked out what happened during the incident, including the time she spent with you, Anby.
I'm so happy.
Like I said, that's great.
Shut up, Anby.
You still feel the same way now? She still believes that she was betrayed and abandoned. She still hates that traitor Anby.
I hate media stress. Or, I keep saying that. Status quo.
That's wonderful.
Wonderful.
Hudion's a way stronger person than me. Strong enough to keep living with hatred. That's powerful.
Okay,
I don't
Anby.
know what to say. All I know for sure is the target of her hatred is me. And that's good. We won't be meeting again. So, I won't get killed by her, or vice versa. But once she turns her hatred towards something, or someone else, things will get dangerous.
Sure.
Pudding is so pure. She's like an unalloyed metal that combusts even in water. The last thing I ever want to see is her getting hurt by her own flames.
I didn't realize you put that much thought into it.
I was just thinking about it while watching some similar movies lately.
Yeah.
There are movies like that?
Yeah. Wanna watch it with me next time, Trigger? We can watch it at the video store.
You're welcome anytime.
For sure. Drop by anytime.
Thank you, manager. You're very kind. Even I'd blush when people are nice to me like this.
Aw. She's light pink right now. That means she's blushing. I'm pointing at my monitor, man. Why am I doing that?
I think you're really kind too, Trigger. So, are you all still down for burgers? It's on me today. Come on, you can get whatever you like.
Yep. Trigger. Oh, it's been a while, Paroxy. Though we never get a chance to properly discuss everything that happened back then, it's almost as if we're linked by an invisible thread of fate. But right now, of course, what matters right now is Soldier 11. We can talk about the old days next time we get a chance. There's actually something that's been on my mind, Proxy. Proxy, you've known both Anby and Soldier 11 for a long time, right? That's right. Although I cannot see them with my own eyes, I can confirm that they have a similar appearance. In that case, that is the case, correct? I hadn't noticed. Is that because everyone is completely different individual to you? That sounds like something that the protagonist of a movie would say. I'll keep those words in mind. Okay, other dialogue options, please. I kind of wanted to say the same thing. Oh, she just repeated me. That's funny. Although you noticed, you were tactful and didn't ask any uncomfortable questions. Your composure is truly remarkable. As always, I will have to learn a lot from you or something. Nom nom. Ooh, that's me. The breading and the fried chicken today is so crispy. At first, I couldn't tell the difference. I thought at long as it's meant to be as mistype it. See, I thought as long as it was a burger, it was delicious. I think should be. I thought that as long as it was a burger, it was delicious. Now it seems I've become pickier. Is that a bad thing? Sure. Well, shall we go home if you're done chatting? Well, that sure was a story. Shame. Makes sense though, they hyped it up. Yep. I mean, it wasn't terrible or anything. It's just, man, I don't know. Yeah, it makes sense. It's been a long time since we last spoke, old friend of the Crimson Sunset. Did you miss me? Maybe I did. Quite a bit. But I don't really remember. Something happened, and I felt the need to find someone to talk to. Would it be okay if I came to see you? See you at the usual place. Ink Blot. Where the heck is Ink Blot? Oh, in the parking lot? That's, I thought the usual place would be on the other side of the street. Heck is she? Yeah, this is the usual place. Hey. Come on, that's not touching my controller at all. Well, that was weird. It stopped? That's just weird. I don't know how it works, man. There's definitely drift, but I don't understand it. I noticed you came out of the video store's main entrance. I couldn't read if that was an A or an O. My bad. But it doesn't seem to be business hours right now. Did you buy the entire store? You can look at it that way. Ah, that's not important right now. I came today to meet a proxy that I acknowledge, and a friend. A trusted friend whom I'm not afraid to show my vulnerable side to.
Yesterday, for the first time, I said no to a task assignment from my superiors.
Holy crap.
It was an important mission. If completed successfully, it would be highly beneficial for my promotion. but I turned it down.
Why did you say no?
Because I don't trust myself anymore.
Dang.
It seems due to certain past events. My memory has been pretty unreliable lately. I'm worried in my current state, I might mess up the mission.
Mhm.
I even applied for indefinite leave, but it wasn't approved.
Yeah, makes sense.
Seems the Defense Force still needs my skills. I should be happy about that, right? Why then am I unable to smile? I don't know what's happened to me. It feels like I'm sinking deeper into a haze. Trigger seems to know, but when I asked, she seemed uncomfortable.
I can somewhat empathize.
I know. Crimson Battlefield Dusk. I know you know something too. But I'm not here to press you for answers. I don't want you to look at me with such a troubled expression. Because I need you. You've probably helped me countless times. We must have gone through so many adventures together and solved problems as partners. You might even say you saved my life.
I'm not over how this doesn't sound like Soldier 11. It's very unfortunate.
Maybe that's why when I look at you, I feel this unexplainable attachment.
No, get in line. That's almost every other character in the game.
I know you know me, and that's enough. I don't have to figure myself out. Having you is enough.
Uh-huh.
Can I entrust myself to you?
Sure.
I need to know that when I'm by your side, I won't mess things up. I can fight without worrying, because you won't let me become some useless soldier.
Oh. Of course, we're friends.
It's not
Friends
like you
are
to say
friends
something
are-
like that. Of course, I'll always have your back. That's what friends are for, right?
You must have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Seed once told me not to make friends with people who have too many friends, as it only brings misfortune.
He's probably right. Oh, Seed. Is the Seed the robot?
But if it's with you, I don't think you'll bring me any misfortune. So, if it's not too much to ask, can you promise me two things?
No.
The first thing, please keep in touch with me, and make use of me whenever you can. Fighting is all I'm good at. If I can protect you and be of use, it makes me feel like I matter.
Mm-hmm.
Easy enough. All right, I promise.
The second thing, I don't know how to bring this up. I forgot your name. Can you tell me again?
My name's Faithin. Sounds pretty cool, right?
Faithin. I suddenly remembered just now. The fun times we've had. The experiences that we shared. I remember your dream of becoming a legendary proxy. That's a great name. I'll do my best to remember it. Sorry. I can't write things down so I don't forget. I'm with the Defense Force, after all. I can't risk my notes falling into a traitor's hands and being leaked. So...
It's okay if
Are
you
you
forget.
saying you might forget everything I said today? Well, I guess it can't be helped. But it's okay if you forget. I'll remind you as many times as it takes.
Please, don't say things that make me want to rely on you even more. I already rely on you too much.
Your name. Oh, dang it. I missed that. Hold on. I'm gonna run around this car. This door is yours. I don't know. That she was just making a comment from before. Does it stop automatically? I don't think it is. Yeah. I think I slightly nudged it in a way that... Made it keep going. I can't replicate that though. Anyway. Nope, there was Soldier 11's final trust event. And that was Agent Anby's story. I don't know, I feel let down. Gosh dang it. I feel like I like Soldier 11 the most, and not only did she get not too much in that story, but also feels like she was coming out at it the worst. It feels so lame putting a character through a story just to have them to I don't know, not remember it. I don't know. I feel like that's what they're trying to go for, you know, the tragedy, sadness of it all. Also, yeah, Pulcra has like different colored stripes or something. That's weird. But yeah, that was something. Wasn't sure how to think of it in the beginning. Was a little annoyed by the expositing, the way it was told a bit in the middle. I guess none of the dialogue really hooked me, and then it sort of continued in the end there. I think the end was fine. The finale bit with A, girl A, you know, making it a duo boss fight. I think it's a fun fight too. I don't think it did anything annoying or anything. So, you know, it's basically double Thanatos, but they have a DM now where they just do those slashes and stuff. I don't think they attack at the same time often either, so it's not like actually fighting two at the same time in any annoying way. Yeah, you know, nothing astounding, but, you know, basic, but I think basic and fine. And so, you know, I liked Girl A the most out of anyone in the story. No, only barely. I think I enjoyed the cutting hairs. Their dialogue was, I think, pretty good. Helped see more of them. Get the feel we already feel with their characters already so far. Nekomata being snaky, and unfortunately happens to give us something that happens to have Soldier 11 come in and help us out. Which, I mean, doesn't matter in the end because Soldier 11 didn't remember a thing. Which is still annoying. Kind of develop with the character, but, you know, her shtick will be forgetting about things. But, you know, now we know why she forgets her name. You know, that's really moving and stuff. Which, I mean, kind of, but, you know. I know, it's probably part of the point of it. Yeah, you go on this whole adventure with someone, but then they just don't remember it at the end. Seems familiar, oddly enough. For the nature of what the story is, seeming familiar is funny, but also kind of annoying. Doesn't leave me much interest in it, in the story, which feels bad. Because again, I really like Soldier 11. Genuinely. I liked Soldier 11 more before Anby's story than after. Part of it doesn't help that she did change voices, unfortunately, so she was swapped out completely, which is rough. It is rough to, you know, like someone how they were in a certain way, only for it to be changed. So that is something that needed to be got used to, but I think despite that, I don't know. Just didn't like how it ends up for her. The bad part is it feels like I'm distracted by a lot of convenience, so just not liking something also just feels bad. Because then, you know, it feels like ending in a way that I don't like due to not the best of writing. Even though I can see what they're going for, doesn't feel too effective at it, and it feels like it's done in a way that, I don't know, feels bad for a character. You feel bad in it's not done in the best sort of way for a character. I did like quite a bit. I liked Soldier 11. She was one of my higher rated characters. from all the interactions we had with Inky and at the noodle shop. I don't like that they legitimately just never saw each other. I guess that was really it. They just never saw each other, and so that's why they never interacted since the days of being in Silver Squad. Cool, man. That makes so much sense. I agree with General Chop. How did they just never see each other? Otherwise, I think it was a fine story. I still hate Coletta's the most. Gosh, I just hated those children, dude. The children in Coletta's story were so verbose and wordy for being little children. And it still can't not be distracted by the fact that they sounded older than Coletta herself, which is funny. But, you know, aside from that, didn't hit in any way, really. So, but that's Coletta's agent story. My favorite character having the worst. It doesn't mean too much in the context of this, which is a character I don't hate at all, but I didn't love Anby or anything. It just, you know, she was cool. I think I liked her. Her story overall, I think, was fine for her, for herself. She, you know, past came up. She reacted, I think, accordingly. Got to see her insight, though. That was something. You know, she sees, you know, something. She felt like she needed something to hate, but what she ended up choosing to hate was, you know, not trying to hate herself, but still basically hating herself for what made her. I will say I do like the fact that we don't actually have confirmation on what she did to the laboratory. I tried to be nice and encouraging of it, but they make Anby say, "I've made up my mind," and it fades to black. You know, and cool. We don't actually know if she destroyed the laboratory or not, and that's cool. It gives you room to think about, what would her decision to be? It seems like, yeah, they're leaning towards, yeah, something about it. Oh, those people don't deserve to be born or something. Is how it feels when, you know, having her mind swayed by Girl A, just appreciating the opportunity to be born, even if it's by a fairly unhinged lunatic like Twiggy. What a name. So yeah, it feels likely that she just didn't destroy it, but, you know, it seems like, yeah, it still leaves room to believe, yeah, she still definitely destroyed it for someone, I'm sure. So I appreciate that it wasn't, you know, known what she actually did. Twiggy, yeah, she had a nice tragic backstory. She survived without any of her limbs. Man, they're good at surviving, I guess. She was, yeah, well, we just went through the story. She was found, abused, neglected. I still don't know her entire story, but, you know, she wanted to make more Silver Soldiers. She wanted to have a family. And she was enabled by some people with black markets or whatever. So she was doing that, making money off of it, but also making herself sisters or something. Try to get a firm grasp on what she was really like in the end there. How self-serving she was. I don't think it's too clear. Maybe that's fine as well. I don't know. They gave her a lot of time to monologue, which I found a bit not too engaging. But, I don't know. That was her. I think she was, you know, I like her a lot more than the guy in Haramasa's story. He seemed a lot more generic, so, you know, Twiggy at least had history and stuff. She had clear motivation, so I think it makes sense for her to somehow end up the way she ended up, you know? So, yeah, I think I would say positive on Twiggy. That's about it for characters. I guess the Faith and we showed up there at some point. I think we were fine. We were good. Nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah, that's about it for the character side of things. The plot, yeah. Gosh, I hate Soldier 11's freaking amnesia. Oh man, she got beat up too hard. She's gonna forget she forgot everything for 24 hours and will forget everything again in 24 hours. Oh, cool. I'm glad Anby was able to time that so well. I guess that makes sense. Somehow. Gosh, it was so annoying, actually. I understand what they're going for, but man, I did not like it, man. Just going through that entire story and it just doesn't mean much at all, actually, for Soldier 11. It's just how it feels, which is frustrating, again, because it feels like it was kind of built contrively and hard to believe, for me at least. Only, to be used to leave her in a similar state as she was before, I guess, or the identical state was the intention. I don't know. Also, unfortunately, again, her voice is different, and it made her feel very much different personality-wise somehow. Well, not somehow. It just makes her feel very different personality-wise, which is funny. They got a new voice actress, and the whole idea is that she has terrible memories, and she had a bad attack that made her lose her memories and stuff. So now she, now she sounds different, which is funny, but, kind of sucks. I'm still caught on that, man. I don't think I like how Soldier 11 was handled. I don't think I'm a fan of this agent story overall, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I guess that's my overall thoughts for Anby's story, which kind of sucks. A Silver Soldier song. Echoes of Silver. Well, it was like main story for ZZZ. Okay, I'll get back to that too. Maybe tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow, if I have the time or the opportunity. Yeah. Well, might as well get to whatever this was. It has story apparently. So. Anby returns to Lumina Square to report to someone about the mission. Oh, she was doing a Silver Soldier mission? Combat. For the combat mission? You're back. Have you already completed the combat mission? It's done, as you requested. You're truly dependable. You have my sincerest thanks. If the proxy not insisted, I would have been reluctant to trouble you with such a trivial matter. It's okay. Though we have had a small conflict the last time we met, at least things turned out well. I remember our Asaba seemed gave you some trouble back then. Seemingly gave you some trouble. To be perfectly honest, the mission you just did was originally his, but it should be his apostrophe, or his comma, or but comma. He sent his last minute leave request right before the mission. He's never done anything like that before. Oh, sorry, just talking to myself. In exchange for your assistance, I've brought some intelligence you requested. Please tell me. For the record, allow me to clarify, this information does not fall under the scope of the confidentiality agreement of ex-Defense Force Administrative Officer Tsukishiro Yanagi. It is intelligence from Tsukishiro Yanagi, an intelligence officer of HSO, who inadvertently learned of it while investigating other matters. Regarding what happened back then, your guess was correct. The Silver Company archives were sealed, but there is indeed one record of someone retrieving information from them. The officer who accessed the archives claimed it was simply an error, but his actions of consecutively infiltrating our officers' offices, stealing access keys, and using them to view an archive that would have be absolutely impossible for someone of his rank to access cannot be explained away as an accident. Where is this person now? The answer to that is quite surprising. He only spent 18 months in the Defense Force prison before regaining his liberty. I felt curious and casually investigated his current status. He's no longer alive. Before his death, he was employed as security personnel at a top pharmaceutical corporation subsidiary company. The pharmaceutical, where they were giving the organs. This is the kind of plot I hate most. It's like a terrible movie. Even worse, this is reality. There are two things that are bugging me. May I? Yes, go ahead. The first thing is, I've been waiting to point out that there's a bit of blood on your cheek. It would be better to wipe it off. I forgot my handkerchief. If it's convenient, let's go to the pharmacy to buy some wet wipes. And the other thing? Let's go to the pharmacy first. I can use the time to gather my thoughts. Are we running all the way over? Have you heard of me? Don't worry. I don't know any details. I just heard some rumors. I'm an intel officer, after all. When we first met, I didn't even recognize you. You were so different from what the rumors said. Guys, I'm running all the way around. Perhaps I should go get some new glasses. Hey, I took the long way around, man. Right, here, please turn your face a little bit more. You're not done yet? My cheek feels ticklish. Okay, it's gone. Thank you. What's the second thing? The thing you were talking about before. Talking about that was bugging you. Your cheeks are extremely warm and incredibly soft. Rather than peach fuzz with all the delicate rose hue from healthy capillaries. An elastic feel full of collagen. Even my skin wasn't this perfect when I was 17 years old. You're confusing me. What are you trying to say? This is my first time meeting a silver company soldier. From any angle I look at you, you seem indistinguishable from any other soldier. I must apologize. Collecting intelligence, by all means, is the duty of an intelligence officer. Any and every piece of intelligence could be crucial. It could directly or indirectly save the lives of many companions in the future. So, when the opportunity to collect intelligence is right before my eyes, please forgive me. I spent my whole way here mentally preparing myself, but in the end, I simply let such a good opportunity slip away. You should think about your own life more. I'm really, truly sorry. We'll call it even this time. I understand that by meeting me here, you have already taken a risk. Moreover, you have brought me the intelligence I needed, which confirmed what I long suspected. Thank you for your forgiveness. If we have the chance to work together again, I will retrain the behavior of my squad members, including my own. I know you will. Anby got the information she wanted from Tsukishiro Yanagi. However, she still needs to gather more intel. Cool. So I guess we're not done here yet. Fair enough. It's only been 3 hours. And now I get to probably practice nothing, because this is just for Anby. The crit ray, Anby lands a hit on the enemy with the expressive damage from my hand. Just consumed. Cool. Yeah, might as well. Yeah. This is honestly an interesting rotation because it goes hold correct to trigger to Anby. And you need to follow that order twice, and it makes it harder to keep up. Keep up the. I think it. Yeah, this formation does make it harder to keep up. Why is it hard to think of the words astral voice disc set on this team? Even though two quick assisters, it's the opposite direction of normal quick assist team. It still shouldn't be too bad. You just need to have. Oh, to obtain intel she needs, she agrees to help that someone. So she goes to collect observation data from a certain holo. Are we helping Lucy? Oh, really?
What you deserve.
Why is it unlocked?
Now you pay. It's time. Engaging.
Recalibrating. Out, Pierce. Take the shot.
Move it.
Gotta keep the claws sharp.
I'm
Don't
surprised.
hesitate.
Oh, that doesn't. Look at this. I'm surprised.
A sound strategy.
Hold in position.
That's weird.
Now you pay.
Yeah. I might,
Keep up the pressure. Adjusting for wind. Let's make it quick. It's over now. No mercy. Can't catch me.
What you deserve.
I don't know how to play this game at all.
Now you pay.
Well, that's not too bad at all. The hits at the start were annoying. Mid add, it's a bit hard to get it all together. I think Trigger's a bit slow on getting her quickest out with when she doesn't have energy. Yeah. I don't dislike Anby's gameplay, but yeah, I still didn't want to pull her just to make Polkra have a better team. It doesn't necessarily make her feel better to play. 6th Street to deliver that hollow data to someone. I'm drawing a blank if it's in 6th Street. Anby returns to the 6th Street to deliver the hollow data information. Oh. Hey. Was it you, guy? These stores close at night. Have they do overtime like me? No. Poor guy. Doesn't have time to buy anything. Thanks, Anby of the Cunning Airs. That hollow has been a bit unstable recently, but thanks to the environmental data you brought back at this time, I can now test my children without worry. No problem. Roxy said that if I helped you out, I'd get burgers tonight. Oh, by the way, this new outfit of yours is pretty cute, and it seems kind of familiar. Have you seen it before? Someone wearing a military uniform similar to mine. Perhaps someone who might even look quite similar to me? Oh, now that you ask. Not quite sure. Just the worst at remembering people's clothing. Never mind their faces. However, I think I saw that at the turbo remodeling shop. And someone might remember her more clearly than me. If that's so, you come with me to ask Enzo about it. Go to turbo together, sure. Sorry, I'm not great with faces. Okay, well. Oh my gosh, you're spending time with the agent. Sometimes I think my kids are much smarter than I am. Can't imagine why. Oh, hey. But I won't I have to have them do the forbidden fruit test. Wait, why? So you can remain their master forever? That's a valid question, Grace. Why? No, I'm just their mother. Okay, but why not the forbidden fruit test, Grace? You answered the question, Grace. Grace? You're making machines. If they can pass the test, you can't just force the blame. Customer wearing the same uniform as Anby? I remember now. That kid was wearing a hat and sunglasses, so I couldn't see her face too clearly. She wanted to buy equipment in bulk, preferably from the military or some organization's discarded inventory. Sounded like she wanted to equip a group of mercenaries or something like that. Do you make the sale? Anby, now you're messing with me too. Caribou is an honest, law-abiding little shop that only provides repairs for automobiles, bamboo, and other home appliances. Nothing more. And even if we take the most extreme hypothetical, and it's just hypothetical, that such a pipeline did exist, I would only arrange it for regular customers, not some untrustworthy stranger hiding their identity. Come on, where's the discount for loyal customers, I don't even give a discount to Belle. You can ask her. Though, I remember that weird kid was mumbling something. What was it again? Echoes of silver, or something like that. Do you really not remember where she might have gone? Are there really no other clues? Let me think. Grace, was it another customer here too? I remember now. It was like this. Anby, there was another regular customer here that day. A female high school student. Her phone screen was cracked and I helped her replace it. And she applied a screen protector for good measure. I remember it very clearly. She left at almost the same time as the kid. Which might even mean she might have seen where she went. You might be able to get more information from her. Cool. Alright, one more time, and then Ellen. Alright. Ellen of all things. Oh, I guess I should have read that text. Following the lead from Uncle Enzo, Anby tracks down someone who knew exactly what happened that day. Just as she expected, it was a familiar face. Oh, no, we're going straight here. You're Anby from the Cunning Hairs, right? That's me. Enzo said that you saw a woman wearing a uniform similar to mine. I never forget this cute outfit. I want to know anything and everything about her. Anything at all. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to disappoint you. All I remember is the outfit. That day, I just left the turbo when my friend sent me some text. I looked down a reply and she was already gone by the time I looked up again. So, she kept talking about this Silver's revival thing while she was in the shop. I saw a few discussions about it on internet. On internet? If you're interested, you can go check out internet. Yeah. Thank you, Ellen. Then, as agreed, allow me to do you a favor. You're really gonna help? It's not like I gave you some kind of incredible intel. Why don't you go fight for me after this feels a little bit? You already helped me a lot. I'm more than happy to... Is that your stomach? Yes, I'm hungry. Heh. Well, let me treat you to something. What do you eat? Burgers. Thank you. Wow, you jumped them that fast. Rena definitely wouldn't ever make burgers. Because it ain't elegant enough or something. Hey, dude. Burgers are perfect. Very elegant. You guys can fight over it. But I'll be on Rita's side. Sorry. Make a detour that time. Just gotta press the button. Is it just one hamburger enough? Yes, it's enough for me. Thanks, Ellen. Tell me about the upcoming commission. It'll be a bit tricky, but, well, Belle said it definitely won't be a problem for you. You probably won't encounter anyone asking questions, but if you do, just say you're a maid from Victoria Housekeeping, got it? Got it. I am a maid. If you keep pushing and ask why you're not dressed up as a maid, just say that the outfit you're wearing right now is the latest maid uniform. It's just not that widely known as the newest trend among high school girls, that's all. Got it. Wait for my good news. This maid is ready to clean some clocks. To repay Ellen for her intel, Anby needs to help her complete a combat commission. Does she? Is that what we just learned there? Okay, the last fight. Alright. Crit damage increases? Yeah, sure. Ooh, it's a boy. I love him. I love Terror Raptor. Look at him. We're about to see the guy. It's my boy, Terror Raptor. Look at him. Look at him walk around with them missiles, multitude of missiles and large guns on giant chicken legs. Loading screen, come on, I gotta see him. Loading screen. Please, thank you. Oh, come on, I have to deal with you guys first.
Mind the blind spots.
Come on. Okay, fine.
Recalibrating. no mercy.
Surprise.
Cool. Got them fighting at the same time. It's him! Look at him! He's got a little jet. I think he had a
Leave
jet
it to
bite.
me, Anby.
Sound strategy.
Time to pin them down.
What you deserve.
Oh,
Get
my
behind
bad.
me.
Look at him. He does little stomps.
Adjusting for wind.
Oh, he's about to get stunned.
Focus.
Let's play a little.
Mind the voltage.
This is your requiem.
Right on cue. Get ready. Now you pay.
Pierce right through.
Man, I screwed that up.
What you deserve.
My bullets.
Like, how did I
Of
screw
one
that
with
up
the
entirely?
wind.
He just did not get that out and
Time to pin
roll.
them down. Fire support ready. Suppressing fire. Recalibrating.
A sound strategy.
That's funny. Yeah, you just need to not do chain attacks at all. Honestly, that's a pretty rad win. Just that the after images of Trigger and then Volker's there also ready to hit after Anby's finishing move. Cool. Well, Intel Anby attained letter to that mysterious post on internet. You must trace this to the source and stop Silver's revival. Okay. Yeah, okay. So that was actually the prequel then to Trigger. To the entire agent story. Though, why she was wearing the info... come on. So this was clearly the prequel to Anby finding Trigger's internet message. But, like, they also made it pretty seemingly that Anby hasn't put on that outfit in a long time. Yeah, what was it? Did she say something like that? I didn't imagine putting this on this outfit again or something. I'll do that agent story someday. Ghost of Silver. Looks great, but man. Where is it? Perfect date. Ready for action. I assume it's this one.
Long time no see. Replica number 0.
Oh, come on, yeah. What is that butt saying? Yeah, would imagine putting this outfit on.
Heartbroken, Anby.
I'm surprised you have to do it like this, by the way. I'm like, have to skip through all the cutscenes instead of just to get through it. That's so annoying. Oh. Okay, at least I got to hear that before ending it. But yeah, no. No, come on. So she's clearly wearing the outfit right before, but they also make it clear at the end of the story she's... Come on, that's just a little flub in the continuity. Come on. Could have done a little bit better, come on. Anyway. But yeah, they wanted... The gameplay took precedence over the story, I guess, but then she also needed to be wearing the outfit for the sake of the story, which is funny. She needed to be wearing that outfit for Grace and Enzo and then Ellen to note it. No, it's a small thing, but come on. Just small issue there. Oh well, that only made things technically worse. Narratively wise. Fun fight. I love Pterodactyl, so I'm not even sure he's particularly... I'm not sure how good the boss he is. I haven't had opportunity to like seriously fight him in like harder content. But like I don't know, he's just so goofy and fun. I love Pterodactyl so much. But yeah, well, I guess that was Anby's story. Next time around, we don't leave Weiss hanging this long. surely. Man, I don't know. I feel so kind of bummed out and annoyed. I didn't like that much. Setting the controller down. Yeah, it's fine. Set it down now. Yeah.
Fire of lake, lake of fire.
Yes. Wasn't a fan of it overall, I'd say. Is what it is though. Yeah. Like the story, the game could do better, I think, than what Anby's agent story was. I think Haramasa's agent story was more effective. It had good humor. I think it landed the humor the few times they did it, so that's good. The characters aren't like too damaged or anything. I just really didn't like how it went about. It seemed a bit contrived in places, which isn't too compelling. Dialogue didn't grip me in a lot of ways, especially during that initial expositing segment with Twiggy. Can't believe her name is Twiggy. Overall, yeah. I would say, unfortunately, mostly negative on Anby's story. Not a big negative, though. I think it was also very fine in a lot of ways. So, not much hate for it. Hopefully, though, better out of the main story with Hugo and Vivian and whatever how that's going, and hopefully better with Trigger as well, seeing how it all starts and stuff. Anyway, that's about all I have for this, unfortunately, negative review of an agent story. So we're better. It's what it is. I keep saying that, though. I'm looping. I'm repeating. It's time to stop. And yeah. Thanks anyone who watched for watching. I hope y'all have a good day, night, evening, whatever. Goodbye.
Dust and through the night, ain't nobody could ride like Johnny.